Come on now. There we go.
Time for the Pink
All
Trip
right,
Show.
kicking it off. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. The Trump-Elon Musk war is still going. It's getting worse. Trump's now threatening to deport Elon. It's beautiful. I love it. We're going to see everything that's going on with that. Let me see if I can... Hold on. It's been a while since I had this music going. Is that going to fade it down? Okay, great. Yeah, that faded it out. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. So, yeah. Oh, shit. I'm on the fucking wrong one. Here we are. This one. Or we can go with this one. Even better. Even though it cuts off the message a little bit, I think we get it. So Elon's not happy with the big, beautiful bill, and he's threatening to start a third party. I don't know. A lot of people on the Republican side, the MAGA side, said, well, this is going to kill MAGA. It's going to split the movement up, and then you're going to end up electing Democrats. I would like to see a third party because it's kind of a uniparty, the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. Neither of them seem like they're actually ever going to tackle the massive amount of debt, which is a huge problem, and they're just going to continue running up the deficit. So maybe we do need a third party to actually go in, or maybe there's just nothing we can do, and this country's just totally fucked. I don't know. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but let's read this. This is Elon threatening to start a third party if the big beautiful bill passes. If this insane spending bill passes, the American Party will be formed the next day. I think it did pass, so looks like we're going to see the America Party. I think we need a better name than that. Our country needs an alternative to the Democrat-Republican uniparty so that the people actually have a voice. Maybe call it Doge. Maybe call the new party Doge. That's a popular name. So yeah, he's been just going at Trump hardcore. Let me reload the chat here because it's not showing up. Hopefully everything's working. Yeah, everything's working. Be unstoppable with the gifted membership. Dub response. Welcome to the team, Dub. Didn't get any notification for that for some reason. Maybe it came in before I was live. Is that what it was? Thank you, Unstoppable, for the gifted membership. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Hope everybody's doing good. So yeah, he's just been going at Trump real hard. And now Trump's we'll get to that. Trump threatening to deport him, which is fucking crazy. To be honest, I can kind of see both sides on this. I see Elon's side 100%, but I mean, I kind of expected this. I don't know what Elon expected to happen. I expected like 10% of the big talk to actually go through. And it would be mostly business as usual, but just maybe a little bit better, which is usually what we get with Republicans. So yeah, this is this is the problem. This is what Elon's upset about. We're spending more than we're taking in, so we're creating a deficit. We the new big beautiful bill raises the debt ceiling to $5 trillion. Doesn't really address the spending problem at all, which is Elon's number one thing, the thing he's been rallying on the most. How did I end up here? I hate when it does this. When I somehow save it and it doesn't even fucking stick to the fucking post I'm trying to save here. It jumps to another post. But yeah, this is I guess this is just, maybe this is just the Elon shit I was searching for earlier. And what is this? Again, it just jumps to something else. What is this? Okay, yeah, all right. Well, this is Milton Friedman. So yeah, I guess this explains what Elon's problem is, which, to be honest, everybody would have agreed with Elon last year during the campaign. Everybody would be like, yeah, Elon's based. He's 100% right. But the moment he's saying it, but it's against Trump, then all of a sudden it's a problem. It's kind of stupid. Like, they really should stop fighting. I don't see how this is helpful to anybody.
Because otherwise government will spend it. History shows definitely that the government will spend whatever the tax system will yield, plus as much more as it can get away with. And now government is too big. Its programs aren't working. It's doing far more harm than good. We don't need any additional government programs. We need to get rid of the ones that aren't working. Because
yeah. See, we're going to go through some of the shit Elon's been saying that's really pissing. I mean, even Rand Paul's against it. Massie, everybody knows about Massie. And like, Trump went pretty hard on Massie. He's like trying to get him, going to run somebody against him. But I haven't seen him go so hard on Rand Paul, though. But Rand Paul's against this. Let's see what old Randy Paul has to say.
Which brings us back to
maybe we have to judge the effects of the big, not so beautiful bill.
What's up, everybody?
Looking at what happens
What's up, Gizzy
to the
bitch?
debt next year.
Jizzy bitch.
Supporters of the bill admit
Nice name.
it adds $270 billion to the debt next year. That's the only thing we know for certain. We don't know what happens in year 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, but we know next year this bill will grow the deficit by $270 billion. In addition, the bill increases the debt ceiling by $5 trillion. What does that mean? That is an admission that they know they aren't controlling the deficit. They know that the ensuing years will add trillions more. So we're adding $2 trillion this year, but they're anticipating, the authors of the bill anticipating adding more than $2 trillion next year. That doesn't sound at all conservative to me, and that's why I'm a no.
It's not surprising. It's like you've talked a big game and then now you're supposed to go against it and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for this bill that does exactly what I've railed against. You kind of can't blame people. Like, it's kind of sad to see the Republican Party going to war. It's like everybody, of course, people are going to disagree. Like, not everybody within this little movement is going to agree on everything. But I don't know. I think you could say Elon's overreacting, but then you can definitely say Trump's overreacting too. And it seems like Trump might be the one that's overreacting a little too much, which is also making Elon overreact even more. So it's like, I don't know. Stop being little bitches. America is going bankrupt quickly, but everyone is whistling past the graveyard. I mean,
America is also going bankrupt.
Elon's not wrong. That's the problem. Again, when I hear about this big, beautiful bill, the big thing that they're saying is like, oh, if we don't pass it, you're going to get your taxes increased. So we have to pass this bill to stop the tax increase. So it's like, oh, well, I guess we're fucked either way then, right? Because, I don't want a tax increase. It's kind of like, hey, if you don't approve and support this bill, then you're going to get fucked harder than you're already getting fucked. So maybe you should approve the bill. I mean, kind of lame to use that tactic, but it's true. If they don't approve this bill, our taxes are going to go up. And it's also true that this bill fucking sucks. So what do you do?
Extremely quickly. And nobody seems to, everyone seems to be sort of whistling past the graveyard on this one. The Defense Department budget.
Guys, smash the thumbs up, share it out. Every time I talk Trump and Elon, this shit goes out to nobody. I talk about Liver King, everybody shows up. It's funny how that works. Smash the thumbs up if you're enjoying the episode. Mimri, I already know everything's a fucking con. God bless you, Mimri. Everything is an elaborate scheme being played on everybody. There are some schemes, Mimri, but not everything, bro. Not everything, Mimri. Is everything a fucking scheme, Mimri? How you doing, dude?
It is a very big budget. Okay, it's $1 trillion a year. DoD Intel.
And smash the thumbs up, please.
$1 trillion.
You can do it.
And interest payments on the national debt just exceeded the Defense Department budget. They're over $1 trillion.
I mean, that's crazy. That's just $1 trillion that goes nowhere just to pay the fucking interest. And it's now more than we pay for our entire fucking defense budget, which is insanity, dude. And it's just going to go up each year, the interest rate, as we create more debt, never pay down the debt we have, more debt, piled on more debt. We're going to be paying. I mean, we're not going to be able to afford anything because of the fucking interest payments. And I really think that the end of the day, what the solution is going to be, like in reality, what's going to end up happening is they're not going to decrease spending. They're not going to balance the budget. They're just going to tax us more and more and more and more. That will be the end of the day, what they do. I have no hope that any of this is going to get fixed anymore, to be honest.
A year, just in interest and rising. We're adding $1 trillion to our debt, which our kids and grandkids are going to have to pay somehow every 3 months. And then soon it's going to be every 2 months, and then every month. And then the only thing we'll be able to pay is interest. And if this is, it's just, it's just like a person at scale that has racked up too much credit card debt. And this does not have a good ending.
Yeah, but, Congress and Senate, they won't give a shit. when it all comes crashing down, they'll still be rich and they'll be able to move wherever the fuck they want. So they don't really care. So Thomas Massie, to me, seems like one of the good guys. Like, can you blame him for going against the bill? Of course, some people are going to go against the bill. Like, are they maybe like a little bit of a pie in the sky? Are there, do they, because to be honest, like, how are you even going to fix this? How are you going to fix this? Are you're going to get both sides to actually agree on something, to vote some shit? No, the only time they ever agree on anything is raising more money, spending more money, and fucking the American people. So I don't know how you actually fix it. I've talked about this before. It's almost like we need a dictator, but that's not going to happen. And I don't know if I want that to happen, but I don't know. Thomas Massie. So yeah, Musk is going to support Massie's re-election campaign and go against Trump because Trump's putting somebody against him. Like, they're putting $1 million for somebody to run against Massie. And Elon's going to support him. I think Massie will end up winning again because Trump did this to Massie before and it didn't work. What's the point of a debt ceiling if we keep raising it? That's another good point, right? So yeah, Elon has been going hard. It's like he calmed down. He apologized about talking about Trump and Epstein. But yeah, he's back at it now. So all I'm asking is that we don't bankrupt America. Again, where is Elon wrong? Hitting the debt ceiling is the only thing that will actually force the government to cut waste and fraud. That's why the debt ceiling legislation exists. Again, why is he wrong? Where is he wrong? Point it out. Anyone who campaigned on the promise of reducing spending but continues to vote on the biggest debt ceiling increase in history will see their face on this poster in the next primary year. So yeah, he's gonna put his money where his mouth is, I think. And that's not good for the MAGA movement. I think this chart that we've probably all seen 100 times really illustrates beautifully the issue here. Here's the start of World War II. Here's the 80s, and booyah. Like that. That's a complete fucking insanity, but it continues on, and we're supposed to be happy about it. So again, Elon's not wrong. So Donald finally started responding to Elon and all the shit talk on Twitter. And he's still hitting him about the EV mandate. Look, you could talk all the shit you want about Elon. I get it. He's kind of a dumbass. He clearly doesn't give a fuck about the EV mandates. In fact, I think the EV mandates are helping his competition more than they're helping him. So he probably wants the EV mandates gone. But I could be wrong. Here's Donald Trump. Elon Musk knew long before he so strongly endorsed me for president that if I was strongly against the EV mandate, it is ridiculous and was always a major part of my campaign. He's not once has he mentioned the EV mandate other than to say, yes, get rid of it. So this is a little slimy by Trump to spin everything to be about the EV mandate and not actually address the real arguments that Elon's making. Electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to own one. Well, no one's forced to own one, dude. Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history. I mean, that kind of, I don't know if that's true, but I know he's gotten a lot. By far, and without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production, and our country would save a fortune. Perhaps we should have Doge take a good, hard look at this. Now he's going to sick Doge on Elon. I mean, if there's money to be saved, I don't think we should be subsidizing Elon shit. Maybe the NASA shit, I could understand. If he's doing it better than NASA for cheaper, then yeah, let him have at it, man. That I can understand. But the EV mandates, all that shit, yeah, nah. EVs have to compete on a fair playing field. And if they're good enough, people will buy them. And I think they're at a point now with Teslas that people are going to fucking buy them.
That he's losing his EV mandate, and he's very upset about things, but
Trump is starting to sound older. I mean, the thing about this age, I've seen it with my dad, you hit the wall so fucking quick. Not everybody. Some people can make it through their 80s and kind of hit a little wall, but then in their 90s they hit the wall. Most people in their 80s, you hit a very hard, very strong wall, and it's just downhill from there. And let's hope Trump can make it through the fucking presidency at this age.
You know, he could lose a lot more than that. I can tell you right now. Hey, Elon can lose a lot more than that. I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put...
They asked him if he's going to deport Elon.
Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible?
It's just stupid, dude. To be honest, like, I understand what Elon's saying. Elon's making a legit argument about issues that need to be fixed, and Trump's just like, this is stupid. Are you gonna sick Doge on Elon now? Oh, you're gonna deport Elon now? It's fucking dumb. Oh, it's the EV mandates he's mad about. It's dumb, man. Yeah, so here's him talking about fucking Elon some more, saying the same shit.
Musk is ripping into this bill again. Are you concerned that Republicans are going to be swayed by Musk and his money?
No, I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is Doge is going to look at Musk. And if Doge looks at Musk, we're going to save a fortune. Thank you very much, everybody. I don't think he should be playing that game with me. Mr. President, July.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to do any of that. That's the way Trump talks, but it's still stupid. So yeah, everybody's coming on Fox News to attack Elon. And it's like the same. He's saying the same fucking thing you guys were running for when you were running for election. Well, okay, let's pretend like what he's saying is wrong. It's not. And what you should be saying is like, look, I know this bill's not perfect. It's what we can get passed right now. And I want to work with Elon for, the next bills we pass to really address his issues. That's it. There you go. There you go. How fucking difficult is that?
And your favorite topic, Elon Musk. I mean, he is beyond furious about this legislation. Said
even if you have no fucking plan to actually do anything Elon wants, you could still say that and stop Elon from starting a third party and totally wrecking your fucking movement. But instead, it's like, oh, I'm going to deport him. I'm going to put dot. It's like, it's so dumb, dude. It's so dumb.
It's basically a betrayal of what he thought the administration stood for, focused a lot on spending, deficits and so forth. And he said he's going to fund the primarying of anyone who voted for this, who claimed to be a Republican who believed in fiscal restraint. Your reaction to what Musk has been posting for the last few days about this?
Well, as I said earlier this morning, I think if Elon sticks to rockets, I'll stick to finance. And, I am confident that this bill is going to pay down the debt. And there were...
How's it going to pay down the debt? It's going to create more debt. So we'll look it up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody's lying, but I'm pretty sure this bill is going to create more debt. So how is creating more debt going to pay down the debt? Or are you just straight up lying?
50 senators who weren't threatened by his words. And Vice President Vance stepped in. They broke the tie in the Senate. And now we're moving into the House, and President Trump has shown incredible leadership on this, and in conjunction with Leader Thune, Speaker Johnson, I think that they're going to hold the majorities together and push this forward.
So you're not worried about Musk's threat to primary people with all the money he has?
I think that everyone is with President Trump, and that it's his leadership that's going to move this forward more than anybody's checkbook.
You look exactly like somebody I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust that guy at all. Now, this guy, Stephen Miller, I've heard him before. He's talked good. He's said shit that I'd be like, oh, that's smart. I like this guy. But at the same time, this is politics. It's like ride or die with your team, and that's all that fucking matters.
Campaign for fiscal restraint, yet voted for the big, beautiful bill. He is furious for a lot of reasons, but mostly citing the
John, I don't know what you said that you're apologizing for, but you got nothing to apologize for, John. You're good, brother.
Failure to rein in
Hope you're doing good, John.
Spending. Your reaction to this tonight?
Well, this is the largest spending cut, Laura, in American history. Think about what's in this bill.
Okay, I got to look this up. The largest spending cut in American history. Is this true?
The largest tax cut and reform in American history. The largest spending cut in American history. The largest welfare reform in American history. The largest reduction in federal spending ever achieved in a single bill. And then it also includes the most robust, comprehensive border security and immigration enforcement package we've ever seen. One that will allow us to deport millions upon millions of invaders. To oppose this bill is to support the invasion. To oppose this bill is to support the continued giveaways and freebies to cheaters and scam artists. To oppose this bill is to support a 68% tax hike on the American public.
I mean, that's the best argument right there. right? It's like, oh, well, yeah, you probably hate everything else in the bill, but, you know, your taxes won't get raised. Okay, I guess I have to support it then.
And it's also to oppose this bill is to support a deprivation of all of the tax benefits that President Trump is fighting to deliver the middle class, like no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. The Senate passed this bill just today, demonstrating that they are fighting for President Trump. They are fighting for his agenda. They are not going to listen to an outside voice that does not represent the interests of the American people or the interests of the Republican Party. And the House is going to rally behind President Trump to pass this bill for.
So, yeah, he just wants to see the fucking the debt, you know, addressed in some way. I'm sure. Yeah, but no, he's not. He's basically the enemy now. Let's see what Grok has to say. This the claim is contentious. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that while the bill achieves significant spending cuts around 1.3 trillion to 1.7 trillion, it also includes substantial tax cuts, ending the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act and adding new provisions, which would increase the federal deficit by 2.4 trillion to 4 trillion over 10 years. Well, yeah, if you know, that's the tough part, right? Like, you're gonna raise. You have to. There's two ways to do it. You either tax your way out of it, which is going to fucking destroy, you know, the American people if you're going to keep raising their taxes because we're already overtaxed, or you just cut spending. But what they're doing is increasing spending and lowering. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if there's any fix to any of this shit anymore. It seems like it's just there is no fix. Not with this monster. When you're dealing with the monster in its current state. On the other hand, supporters argue that the spending cuts are permanent and combined with projected economic growth and tariff revenues could reduce deficits by up to 6.6 trillion over a decade. Okay, but it looks like this is both sides have different opinions as to how this is going to play out in the long run. Critics, including some Republican senators, express concern over the deficit impact and specific cuts, particularly to Medicaid, which could affect millions. In short, it is touted as the largest mandatory spending cut in U.S. history by its proponents. The net fiscal impact is debated due to simultaneous tax cuts and potential debt increases. All right, whatever, dude. You know, which side do you want to believe here? You know, I don't have time to go through all the numbers and become a fucking finance expert. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so Steve Bannon loves this shit on Musk. It sucks. I like Bannon and I like Musk and I like Trump. So it's like, what, you know, I don't know. Like, this is not helpful to have everybody fighting with each other rather than, you know, at the table figuring out how do we actually fix these things.
Folks, that one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse on AI is Elon Musk. The company Tesla making cars is imploding. He's trying to shift it to.
So now he's the fucking Antichrist? Okay.
AI company. It shouldn't be lost on you. His fight against President Trump has nothing to do with debt, right? Nothing to do with debt. His immaturity, even talking about how you go about it, it's a huge problem. As you know, we've been fighting this thing on War Room. His immaturity in doing it shows that it's just he's a clown. This is all about he got cut out of EV, he got cut out of his subsidies.
Okay, dude, that is so disprovable that is definitely not his problem. If he cared about that, then why would he constantly say, no, yes, please cut EVs. I have no problem with it. So it's just weird. You're doing the leftist shit now where you're just changing the other guy's argument just to fucking try to make him look bad to your audience rather than addressing his honest argument, which is, how are we going to fix this fucking deficit problem? How are we going to fix our interest payments being more than our defense budget? And how are we going to fix that if we continue adding more debt and more creating more of a deficit? Like, the first step to getting out of debt is to stop making new debt.
He understood where President Trump stands and having the back of the American people who are very concerned about AI.
I don't know. Maybe the next year or whatever, the next bills are going to be so much better, and we'll get the no income tax for like low income earners, and we'll get all the beautiful stuff that we really want. But probably not, because if you got to get something through Senate and Congress, forget about it. They're not going to pass anything that's helpful to the American people. They'll give you a little bit while they take a whole fucking lot for themselves.
It may have tremendous benefits. It's clearly going to be in every part of life, but the American people want to have a say-so in this, right? The little guy says, hey, I think my voice ought to be heard. That was what yesterday was. There are no coincidences, folks, that one of the four horsemen.
Yeah, he's one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse now. All right, so let's see. Maybe this guy can sell me on the big, beautiful bill.
Elon, what exactly are you opposed to in the big, beautiful bill? The record support for our Customs and Border Patrol and our ICE agents who are delivering on the mandate to secure the border? The tax cuts for hardworking Americans? Because if you're against that, that means you're for the 68% tax increase that working class Americans would have to pay.
Yeah, don't support. If you don't support this, you're going to get fucked harder than you're already getting fucked. Great, that's a great selling point. I guess I don't want to get fucked harder than I'm already being fucked. So yeah, okay, great. I hope it passes.
If this bill fails, is any bill perfect? No, but this bill delivers on all of President Trump's key mandates. On funding border security, which, by the way, if you're concerned about government spending and deficits and debt, the fact of the matter is that illegal immigration costs this country upwards of $150 billion a year. Think of all the hospital rooms, all the classrooms, all the government.
I don't think Elon is against those parts of the bill. Like, yeah, he's obviously not against every part of it.
Government benefits that illegal immigrants take without paying their fair share into the system.
Yeah, taxes do pay for a lot of things, but they should be paid locally and go locally, not to the federal government.
Drain that has.
Very little. The federal government should need very little in taxes.
On state and federal government all over the country. If you want to tackle that, you know what you do? You put record funding in for ICE and for Border Patrol, and that's exactly what the big, beautiful bill does.
That's wonderful. I like that part of it.
If Elon wants to start the America Party, he can be our guest. He will face a humiliating defeat. And he'll run the risk of allowing Democrats to take back the House and Senate in the midterms, which would derail the Trump agenda. Now more than ever, supporters of President Trump, the same folks who delivered the popular vote, the electoral vote in all 7 swing states for the most transformational president of our generation, have to stand up and send their support to President Trump.
What we're going to end up with is like true socialism, maybe even communism, if we keep going down this route. Because these guys like Moron in New York, they're going to get a lot of support as people become so poor that they can't afford to rent, can't barely afford to eat, barely afford to survive in the first place. They're going to turn and start voting for these socialists and communists. They'll keep fucking around. That's what we'll get. That's what we'll get. There's
why do you think
CNN asked me, why is Elon Musk wrong about the big, beautiful bill? Okay.
Elon Musk is wrong about it?
Well, the big, beautiful bill is not merely a good bill. It's a great bill. You take President Trump's campaign promises. Think about it. Deliver tax relief for working families. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, delivering tax relief for seniors. That benefits hardworking Americans all over this country. That's in the big, beautiful bill. Increase in border security of $70 billion, a one-time increase. We've
heard this. It's the same. You know, they got the same talking points. Man, Pride Month just ended. And it's hitting different this year, man. There's something about it that's just hitting different. Let's start with, where was this? The New York Post. More than 50 injured after shirtless man unleashes bear spray during Pride gathering in New York City Park. You look at this and you go, oh yeah, it's a guy just being mean. It's like, no, let's see what was going on when this all went down. Oh, here, we can skip this one. This is wild. Like, Pride Month is about to turn into Pride Fighting Championships Month. Because this is some of the wildest shit I've ever seen. It's scary, to be honest. Like, this many people, this many fights happening at the same time. What happened to Pride Month? I mean, they used to at least be peaceful. Yeah, they would do some weird shit, but they were peaceful. Now it's like, what the fuck? Don't fuck with her. So this poor little chick is getting her ass whooped. Like, what did she do wrong? I bet you she's not going to go to the Pride Parade next year. Yeah, just everywhere you look, fights breaking out. See, the guy, it's always the guy that comes up and kicks you after somebody else takes you down, and then the guy comes up and starts kicking you and punching you when you're on the ground. That's the biggest bitch-made people in the world. The people that do that, like, you're a real bitch, dude. Yeah, it's just, and then there's so many people filming, having a good time. Oh, this is so much fun. This is wild. I love it. It's like, Jesus, you guys are out of fucking control, dude. Can't do anything in New York City, man. Can't even have a little Pride Day without shit going wrong. Yeah, this one I gotta be careful. Wait, no, I don't think this is the one. There is one where a titty pops out. I gotta make sure that I don't show that. I think this is where the titty pops out. Okay, let me fast forward. Oh, wait, get past it. We don't need that. It's a very disgusting one, by the way. It's not a nice one. For you guys out there wondering, it's not a nice one. It's you know, they're not all nice. I don't have any self-control. That's what she said. She said, I have no self-control. I have to go fight. I'm angry and I don't even know why. Hey, at least they didn't fight. Looks like they managed to work it out. You guys want to go down here? Does this seem like a good time to you guys? Go celebrate Pride? I would like to see Pride Fighting Championships come back. That was way better than the UFC, in my opinion. This is, by the way, this is freedomnews.tv. Okay? This guy deserves a medal of bravery for being down here filming this shit. They're having so much fun. So much fun. Okay, it's just nonstop. Just nonstop. I mean, I don't know why any of the fights broke out. Like, what caused the fights? Like, I mean, it's just a bunch of people wilding out. Look at all the people filming. Look at this. This is... Damn. If the aliens see this, we're cooked. So yeah. And then somebody probably scared for their life unleashed a bear spray. Or maybe it was the police that unleashed the bear spray. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the police. If they're seeing this shit going on, they're like, yeah, we got to we got to get these people to disperse. So yeah, they sprayed bear spray and the crowd just took off running. What happened? Yeah. And apparently people got trampled. A lot of people got injured. Not good. Well, this Pride Month went really well, guys, don't you think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the cops who sprayed the bear spray, but nobody would say who it was. I guess they were somehow able to identify who the agitators were. They might have been filming from drones up top. And like, okay, that guy.
Move back. She's good. She's good. All right.
So yeah. Pride is not the same anymore. Let's take a look. This guy's going to explain it. I think this guy does a good job of explaining what's going on. Now, I don't know if I agree with him. I'm not saying it. This guy's saying it, okay?
Somebody just got shot at Pride in New York City. So now that Pride has officially gone ghetto, let me tell you
John, you're completely forgiven. I don't even know what you said that you're apologizing for, John. I don't think you have anything to apologize for, John. You're good, bro. I forgive you, but I don't even know what I'm forgiving you for. You didn't do anything wrong. You're good, John.
How we got here. So first of all,
Again, don't pay attention to the chat, John. The chat's not serious, all right? Just like, don't pay attention to them.
the LGBT has been aggressively marketed towards lower income black and brown youth for about at least the past decade.
How do you market LGBTQ stuff? You would think you're either gay or you're not, but like they're gonna market it. Oh, the marketing got better. What? This just seems weird to me. Like it should be okay if you're gay, then you should have pride and go out there and like you're doing a promotional campaign for what?
So in the old days, pride used to be a cross section of people. There used to be, gay men like myself that are upwardly mobile, upscale, professional, make money, etc. We would go to pride events. That is no more. Most of the successful men that I know would not get caught dead at a pride event because they have now been overrun by these ratchet ghetto children because the LGBT has been aggressively marketing to them for years. So now what we have at pride events is we don't have upwardly mobile, upscale gay men and lesbians. We have a bunch of ratchet kids who may or may not even be LGBT or whatever, but they know that there is a street parade for them to go to. They know that there's going to be a bunch of people around. They can run around, cause havoc, and it's basically going to be subsidized and cleaned up by the city. This happened in DC a couple of weeks ago. This is happening right now. So Pride, now that people are getting shot and killed at Pride, it is officially ghetto. And anybody that is upscale or upwardly mobile is going to stay away.
Pride's ghetto, yeah. It did look pretty fucking ghetto to me, but I'm going to take this outstanding gay gentleman. I'm going to take his word for it. But that's wild, dude. Like, you're thinking, a pride event, you're thinking, okay, it's going to be dudes who are probably barely dressed and they're going to be, doing their thing. All right, don't, cover the kids' eyes. Pride now, it's like fucking, looks like a Black Lives Matter protest. It looks like a fucking, the summer of love. It looks like that. So yeah, now Trump and Zohran Mamdani. We're gonna focus in on this Zohran Mamdani here a second, because Trump's threatening to arrest him because he says that he will not, if he becomes mayor, which he'll hopefully never become mayor. I don't think he's got a shot. But at some point, these people, if our government keeps fucking around and keeps making life miserable for its citizens, they will. The low IQ ones will start turning to socialism and communism as the solution. So maybe make life better. Maybe, start doing the things to fix the problems now, like ensuring competition in the marketplaces, getting corporations to have to actually compete, shit like that to like improve capitalism. Time to start doing that now before we got a huge segment of this population who's ready to go full commie.
Mr. President, your beloved New York City may well be led by a communist soon, Zohran.
He's not a communist, guys. He's a socialist because he doesn't want to take over the means of production. He just wants to have socialist programs where, like, you'll have government. See, here's the difference. If it was communism, he would not allow any private grocery stores to run. He's going to allow the private grocery stores to run, but he's also going to provide government-run grocery stores. Now, that's why it's socialism and not communism. It's still fucking dumb.
Mamdani, who in his nomination speech said he will defy ICE and will not allow ICE to arrest criminal aliens in New York City. Your message to communist Zohran Mamdani.
Well, then we'll have to arrest him.
So, yeah, this is where the fucking energy needs to be put into, is like attacking these types of people, not attacking each other because we have disagreements on shit. It's dumb. It's dumb that the Republican Party is going to war with itself, the MAGA movement, when there's so much other shit we could be, there's so much shit that we need to be focusing on other than, attacking each other. So Zohran Mamdani, the president of the United States, just threatened to have me arrested, stripped of my citizenship, put in a detention camp, and deported. We will not accept this intimidation. So yeah, Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't think this guy has a shot of winning. So, but yeah, this is some of the things he wants to do. He wants to buy up the housing on the private market and convert properties into communes. Oh, wonderful, boys! Doesn't that sound great? For a lot of people who are, broke as fucking dumb, who don't understand that this just leads to slavery to the government, they're gonna be happy to hear this. That's the problem. Some people are too dumb to understand where this shit leads to.
Go further toward the Vienna model. We'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership. We can give tenants a right of first refusal to buy out their landlords when buildings go up for sale. And we can fully commit to a new era of social housing, ending subsidies for luxury housing development and using our wealth to build beautiful, high-quality social housing projects that offer good homes and strong communities to everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be wonderful. Wonderful.
We won't decommodify housing.
He's really got that fake TikTok happy down, doesn't he? That like fake happy that they always portray in TikTok. He's got that down pat. So he's going to win the TikTok vote.
Overnight. But we know what we have to do, and we have history to guide us. Go further.
You have history to guide you? Did you really say that? You have history to guide you? Okay. Yeah, guide you right into the fucking trenches, right? Guide you 6 feet under. So yeah, he will lower prices by making stores government owned. Oh, this is so wonderful. Guys, I can't wait.
Grocery prices are out of control. The cost of eggs and milk has skyrocketed. Some stores are even using dynamic pricing, jacking up the cost over the course of a day, depending on what they can get away with.
Probably depending on the cost of getting the food there, maybe. I don't know. But the solution, again, is not fucking communism. It's so sad that people are going to buy. A lot of people are going to buy this shit. And this is, not communism. This is just socialism, guys.
It doesn't need to be this way. I'm Zahran Mamdani, and as mayor, I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores. It's like a public option for produce. We will redirect city funds from corporate supermarkets to city-owned grocery stores, whose mission is lower prices, not price gouging. These stores will operate without a profit motive or having to pay property taxes or rent, and will pass on those savings to you. Grocery prices are
going to be so amazing, guys. I can't wait to go to my government-ran grocery store and get my government fucking coupons so I can buy my fucking government cheese. Yeah, this chick at the end of this video does a fantastic job of explaining what this leads to, because people are too dumb to understand. They don't play it out. They don't go, okay, well, first this and then that, and then, but then what happens when this happens? And of course, this is going to, people don't do that. People just go, oh, free stuff, yay. This is brilliant.
Every single one of your basic needs should be taxpayer funded. Food, water.
Yeah, not this guy. This is your typical dumbass.
Healthcare, shelter, clothing, electricity, transit, access to the internet. These are all basic needs that we require to survive within this society.
Are the robots here yet? If we have robots doing all the work, then maybe I'll listen to this fucking argument. Okay? Until the robots are here putting everybody out of work, then fuck this.
And as such, it is society's responsibility to ensure that those are provided to its people. Full stop. End of story. Have a day.
You could just say that you were lazy, unskilled, and unable to take care of yourself, but sure, let's play this out. I go to work, it's payday, I come home, I look at my paycheck, and the government has taken almost all of my paycheck from me to put into this taxpayer fund to redistribute to the rest of society. Well, that sucks. Why should I be the one who has to labor when I could just stay home and the government's gonna take care of me? So I quit my job. Then everyone else starts quitting their jobs because
Why would you work under those circumstances? It makes perfect sense. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be the only person working when the government's taking 90% of your paycheck. No, just why work? Just have the free money.
Government's gonna take care of us, right? But oh shoot, now we're having mass supply chain issues because we don't have enough production. So then the government starts assigning jobs because society's gotta run, you know what I'm saying? So you get assigned a job, and if you don't do your assigned job, then you don't get your rations. Congratulations, now you're a slave.
Pretty much. To me, the way I look at it, it's like we already have a government that's really good at ripping off the people and enriching themselves off the taxpayer. Communism is the next level to that. Like if you want to like completely rob the wealth of a nation, there's nothing better than communism to achieve that goal. And that's exactly what will happen. They'll completely finish us off. in a way that capitalism never could. I like this chick, you know, the short hair. I'm not a fan of the short hair or the hoodie look, you know. I'm sure you could look much prettier than this if you grew your hair out and maybe wore a sundress. But she's smart.
Your utopian scenario also implies the heavy assumption that the humans in charge of your rations are not corrupt. But then again, who's ever heard of a corrupt politician, am I right? Anyways, if you develop a skill set, you can get a job which allows you to make money, which would then allow you to live a lifestyle of your choosing rather than a government-assigned lifestyle. And that's just one of the reasons why communism doesn't work, but I'm sure that it just hasn't been done right yet.
I mean, she looks like somebody who would be for communism, so it's great. It's great hearing this message from someone who looks exactly like the side you want to hear the message. So maybe they'll listen. They'll be like, oh, she looks like one of us. Oh, you're right. You know, communism is bad and it's never worked in the entirety of history. So yeah, I like her. I don't know who she is, but I like her. Yeah, this was funny. Secretary Rubio has officially announced the USAID has ceased all operations. Well, that's good news. I'm glad they went ahead and pulled the trigger on that one. Let's see how the left reacts.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio is hailing the end of USAID, the nation's largest foreign aid agency, even as a new analysis finds that its closure could contribute to some 14 million deaths in the next 5 years.
Yeah, we can't end the funding because we're going to murder people. We have to continue spending ridiculous amounts of money or people will die. Here's the sad part. It's true that some of this money does go to help people. It's the same situation with a lot of these charities, right? They spend 10% of what they get. So, you know, say the government spends $100 billion, they give it to some charity to help Africa. Maybe, or let's go $100 million. Maybe they spend 10% of that $100 million, but that 10% actually keeps some children alive. It actually does some good. And the rest just goes for the salaries of the people running the charity to fly around and feel important, giving speeches about how they're saving people in Africa. So yeah, they're right. People will probably die. I don't know. I think we'd be better off if we got like 100 kick influencers, get like 100 kick streamers and just give them the money and send them to Africa and let them just run around Africa distributing the money to people in person. I think that would be better. And they'd probably get more help and make sure they get 100% of government funds rather than 10% and the rest just funds the charity's operation so that they can pay themselves $250,000 a year to run a charity. It's all bullshit. But yeah, we can't fix our budget, guys. People will die if we try to fix our budget. All right, so we got some random ones here. This is look, I know this is probably a sketch, but this is happening to me a lot. Not exactly like this, but like every time I try to go out, like there's convenience stores by me, I avoid because I can't get in and out of them without fucking a black guy. No, you know, no shade on the black guys, but they just happen to be black 99% of the time, harassing you before you can go in the store to buy you some shit. I made the mistake because what I used to do is if somebody wanted food or a drink, I would buy them food or a drink. So there's one guy, he wanted a Dr. Pepper. I bought him a Dr. Pepper. Now, every time he sees me, I'm the fucking Dr. Pepper guy. Yeah, can you buy me a Dr. Pepper? Can you buy me a Dr. Pepper? It's like, no, I'm not your Dr. Pepper guy for life, okay? I'm not going to buy you Dr. Pepper for the rest of your fucking life. I'll get you a water, okay? And then now I'm the water guy. This is the problem. The more you give them, the more they fucking incentivize to keep bugging you. And it's like, dude, I just want to go in the store, fucking buy something and leave, okay? But then I feel bad if they want food. I'm like, okay, I'll get you food. But this guy wants Dr. Pepper, and I'm going to say no, okay? If he wanted a fucking cheeseburger or something, I'd probably go, yeah, I'll buy an extra cheeseburger for you. But a Dr. Pepper, you don't need a fucking Dr. Pepper, bro, okay? Anyway, let's watch this.
No,
I'm starving.
I don't got nothing for you,
McDouble, no
bro.
onions, you heard?
I don't got nothing for you, bro. How you end up out here, bro?
What'd you say?
How you end up out here?
You asking a lot of shit, you gonna get my McDouble?
I got you, bro. Yeah.
That's the other thing, too. They get kind of like, at least this guy was, like, thankful. He's like, thank you, God bless. But then the next few times he's asked, it's a little more like he expects it. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to, like, ask me for some shit, and then you're not even going to be respectful and be like, yes, sir, thank you, sir. Oh, I so appreciate it. Like, at least be fucking respectful and grateful. But a lot of them aren't. They're just like, fuck you. I've even had dudes get mad. I had one guy, this is a long time ago. He asked me for money. I was like by the border doing some work. It was hot as fuck. And I was like, I'm going to get this guy some water. And then they sold like burgers. They were like $3 a piece. This is a long time ago when shit was cheap. So I got him a burger and a water and he refused it. And he was like pissed at me that I thought he would want food. I was like, well, why are you fucking asking for money then, dude? But at least when they ask for food, you can go, oh, well, the dude's hungry.
Let me get a quarter pounder with cheese.
Quarter pounder with cheese, the meal or the sandwich?
And a McDouble.
The meal or the sandwich, the quarter pounder?
Nah, let me get the quarter pounder meal. And let me get...
Fries and drink or no?
I want the combo.
Yeah, just a quarter pounder meal, that's it.
What kind of drink?
A Sprite.
Get me a McDouble combo, the combo.
That's it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I need.
Only one quarter pounder?
What tells me for sure that this is a bit, this is a sketch, based in reality, right? Like this is not too far off from reality. So like, that's why the sketch lands. But the fact that he's dressed like that, he's just opened up his shirt like that. It's like, it's clearly a sketch. You're trying to make it look as ridiculous as possible. Otherwise it would almost be believable.
Yeah, a quarter pounder meal with a Sprite. That's it.
Second window.
All right.
12.25.
All right, thank you.
He's mad because he wouldn't get him the combo. And then he got nothing. Oh, yeah. So the dude that ambushed those firefighters, it turns out they're still trying to say he's a Nazi. I mean, there's some Nazi shit. I don't know. He's also a furry. He's a Nazi furry. Oh, yeah. So the gunman in Idaho ambush shootings had Nazi tendencies in school, sketched pictures of guns and swastikas in a notebook, and was obsessed with guns. Look, there's a lot of kids at that age. They're like, what's the worst shit I can sketch? You know, does that mean he's a Nazi? Possibly. But he also could just be an edgy boy. So yeah, so I guess he was a Nazi. Everybody was right. He's a Nazi, but he also was a furry as well. This is one of his videos. Yeah, where he's in love with a cartoon character, I guess. I don't understand how that happens. How you fall in love with cartoon characters. It's a little creepy to me. Seems a little pedophilic to me. Oh, I already played. Oh, yeah, this one. I already did that one. Oh, I already did all these. When did I get to these? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I was in my bookmarks or something. So, yeah, here's the day after this Pride event. This is the one I forgot. I mean, look, I get it. You have pride in your genitalia and what you do with your genitalia. Great. I mean, you know, who gives a fuck? It's a weird thing to have pride in. But maybe you could also have some fucking pride in your city and not destroy it and throw trash on the fucking ground like that. Have some pride in your city. How about that? This is pretty fucking disgusting. There's no sound on this one? Yeah, there's no sound. But yeah, this is afterwards. As you can see, they're really proud of their genitals and what they do with them, but not proud of their city. Not proud of their city. The fuck is wrong with people, dude? You know how I never throw my trash on the ground. My trash goes in the trash can. If I'm walking in the street, I'm eating something, there's a trash can somewhere to throw that fucking trash. I remember I was in Philadelphia working, and I was in a really bad part of Philadelphia, and I parked and I was walking to the south side where I was going to do some work, and I was walking behind this chick, and she had just checked her mail. And as she was, I guess, walking back to her apartment and opening her mail, she was just throwing the trash. So she'd open it up and she'd be like, "Oh," she'd throw it, open it up, and just throw. Like, have some fucking respect for your neighborhood, dude. But this is how they all behaved, and those trash, the streets were just covered in trash because everybody in that neighborhood just did not give a shit. And yeah, it's just sad, man, to see people not have any respect for even their own fucking neighborhood and city, dude. Like, what? Yeah, we played this already. This is crazy. Did you hear about the little girl that fell off a Disney cruise ship? And then the father jumped off the cruise ship to rescue her? And they both actually survived. It's fucking crazy.
Family's dream vacation taking a terrifying turn on board a Disney cruise ship.
And the father leaping into the ocean after his daughter suddenly goes overboard. And tonight we are seeing the remarkable rescue and hearing from a passenger who witnessed it all.
Let's get right to Local 10's Roy Ramos live at Port Everglades, where that ship returned earlier today. Roy?
Yeah, and that ship has just set sail again. But that witness I spoke with said she watched as that little girl fell overboard. Moments later, she watched as that father was searching through the water for her, fearing the worst would happen. But
That's so fucking crazy, dude. Like the likelihood of that being successful. Like think of how high that of a fall that is. So the little girl fall. Apparently she was the parents were playing like shuffleboard or something, and they took their eye off her, and she started climbing the rails. You know, little kids do stupid fucking things. She falls off. The father sees it. He jumps overboard. Somehow finds her. And then they like tread water for 20 fucking minutes before they're rescued.
Fortunately.
But that's like father of the year shit right there. You could be like, okay, you should have been watching your kid. Like, I get it. Shit happens. Like, yes, don't take. I remember when I was real young and like there's a pier where I grew up, Port Aransas. There's this big pier. And, people would take their kids on they would have like a backpack with like a long leash. So if their kid fell off the pier or whatever, like whatever happened, they'd be able to pull their kid back. You should do that. You should do that. I don't know, man, but it is scary when you have like 3-year-olds and they're like, they will fucking climb anything.
Rescue crews were able to pull them both out safely. A sigh of relief from a father moments after he and his daughter are rescued after going overboard the Disney Dream cruise ship Sunday.
It seemed like it was going to be something that was just devastating, tragic.
Passenger Monica Shannon told me she and her family were taking pictures when she watched as the little girl fell from the 4th floor.
They were playing shuffleboard, which is actually right, so it was on the 4th floor. And I think like maybe the parents were playing, and then the little girl was climbing up on the railing and went and flew off.
In this piece of video, you can see the race to rescue as crews rushed to pull the two from the water and into a rescue boat. We learned the cruise was returning to Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale following a...
I said they were on the 4th floor where they fell off. So that would be, maybe this is the 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor. So they were somewhere up here. Fuck, I don't know how they count the floors, because you would think if they were up here, they wouldn't have fell in the water. I don't know. That's wild, dude. Just the idea that they survived, the little girl survived the fall, and he was able to find her in the fucking ocean. Like, we're not talking about a pool. We're talking about the fucking ocean. And that thing was moving super fast when she fell off.
4-night cruise to the Bahamas when other passengers reported the child was first to fall in. That's when they say the father realized what happened, then jumped in after her.
She didn't know how to swim. And the dad couldn't find her at first.
While that ship is now docked and passengers have disembarked.
I'm wondering where she would have fallen off. He said 4th floor. I don't know if they're counting these as the floors or are they counting this as the 1st floor. But it looks like if they would have fallen off here, she would have landed on the boat, wouldn't she? Was it all the way the fuck up here that she fell off? I don't know. Crazy.
It's investigators now trying to...
I've never been on a cruise. I will never go on a cruise. You know where I like to vacation? When I got some time off and I can vacation, I like to do it at home. Where I have everything I need set up perfectly for me. I've traveled enough in my life. I've seen it all. I like home.
Determine just how that child fell overboard. We reached out to Disney Cruise Lines, who issued this statement that read in part, the crew aboard the Disney Dream swiftly rescued 2 guests from the water. We commend our crew members for their exceptional skills and prompt actions, which ensured the safe return of both guests to the ship within minutes. Following the frightening incident, it is this message Shannon had for other parents, especially when aboard a Disney cruise ship with their children.
You still are in the middle of the ocean, and there are still dangers, so just be so careful. Keep them close.
You need a leash. You need a fucking leash, dude. All right, we got some other stuff. Yeah, I think that was enough for that one. Let's see. You guys want to see more about this Zoran? The Zoran character? Let's see what he's got to say. Did a big interview. Meet the press. They love the communism. Yeah, we got something on Liver King, too. We'll catch up on that. Oh, here we go. Let's do this one.
A gut.
Identity of Idaho. Was that the right one? I think there was one here. It was like an update on this fucking guy, but I don't think this was it. I think this might have been it. Yeah. So he dreamed of joining the fire department and may have been rejected. So they're saying he's a Nazi, he's this, he's that. I honestly think my original guess that it was a disgruntled local who was angry at the fire department for some reason, I think that's the most logical explanation of what's going on here. I thought I had another video about this fucking weird kid. I guess not. We'll catch up a little bit with the Liver King. I think he's taking a break now. I think I haven't seen him post today. So I think the Liver King may finally be getting some help. That would be nice. That would be nice. All right, let's go ahead. We'll play this one. Let's see. I've been wanting to watch this. This is Zoran Mamdani on fucking Meet the Press. You remember this chick? She's a weird one, ain't she? All right, hit the thumbs up, guys. Let's get it going. I don't know how many we're at, but I know we're not at 100 yet. And if you enjoying the show, you can send a super chat or become a member. All in the description.
Welcome back. A stunning political upset this week in the race to lead America's biggest city. 33-year-old.
Is it really a political upset that he beat fucking Cuomo in a primary? Like, how are they going to vote for Cuomo again with the way he fucking allegedly caused the death of a lot of the senior citizens by what he did by putting COVID patients in the nursing homes? So he was a complete disaster. I think anybody would have beat him.
Democratic Socialist and New York State Assemblyman Zoran Mamdani is poised to win the Democratic primary for New York City, beating out former Governor Andrew Cuomo. He's now set to head.
No, she's the one that they did like a town hall with Trump back in 2020. I made an edit of it. No, it was the Biden-Trump debate in 2020, and I made an edit of it, and she was the one hosting the debate, and she would just have the weirdest looking face. She'd be like, I don't know. She's just kind of weird to me.
To the general election, but his likely primary win is already sending shockwaves through the Democratic Party. And
we'll
joining me now is
next.
Zoran Mamdani. Mr. Mamdani, welcome to Meet the Press.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah, that fake TikTok happy. He's got that down so well. I can see right through it. This guy's acting. He's not really that happy. That's a fake smile. Fuck him.
Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. There is so much to discuss.
Can't even do a real smile.
We have to start with your remarkable victory in the primary for mayor. You're 33 years old. As I just said, you started out at close to 0% in the polls, Mr. Mamdani. You came back to topple one of the biggest names in New York politics.
One of the most disgraced names in New York politics. Let's not pretend defeating Cuomo is some fucking amazing achievement. It's not.
Andrew Cuomo. What was the secret to your success? Do you think it was your message? Do you think that voters were voting against Andrew Cuomo? A little bit of both? How do you see it?
I think ultimately it was the focus on the fact that we live in the most expensive city in the United States of America. It's also the wealthiest city and the wealthiest country in the history of the world. And yet 1 in 4 New Yorkers are living in poverty. And the rest are seemingly trapped in a state of anxiety. And what we've seen is that this is a city that needs to be affordable for the people who build it every day. Our focus was on exactly that. And by keeping that focus on an economic...
Yeah, but who's been running New York City for a while now? Isn't it you guys, the Democrats? Oh, but you're a Democrat socialist. Okay, so it's going to be different.
Economic agenda, we showed New Yorkers that this could be more than just a museum of what once was. It could be a living, breathing testament to possibility.
Well, let me ask you about what I was just discussing with Senator Chris Murphy. The fact that you have leader Schumer, leaders Hakeem Jeffrey, who wrote very nice things about your victory, said you'd won a very strong campaign, have not endorsed you. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has endorsed you. Do you think the Democratic establishment is afraid of you?
I think that people are catching up to this election. This is an election that went against so much of the analysis that had been told about our party and where we needed to head to. And ultimately, what we're showing is that by putting working people first, by returning to the roots of the Democratic Party, we actually have a path out of this moment where we're facing authoritarianism in Washington, D.C.
Well, let's talk about your policies, your vision for this city. Here are some of the things you've proposed: free buses, rent-stabilized housing, a $30 minimum wage, the creation of city...
Who's going to pay the fucking wages All the businesses are going to leave your fucking city, dude.
Owned grocery stores. It's a very long list of proposals. So let me ask you, if you were to be elected the next mayor of New York, what would your day one priority be?
The first thing is living up to these promises that I've made, because I've made them because I intend to keep them. And in a city of about 8.5 million people, close to 2.5 million New Yorkers live in rent-stabilized housing. The mayor, through a board called the Rent Guidelines Board, sets whether or not those rents increase or stay the same. The previous mayoral administration froze the rent 3 times. This one, led by Mayor Adams, increased it by 9%. So the first thing that I would do is start to constitute a board that votes in reflection of reality. And the reality I'm speaking of is that the median household income of those tenants is $60,000 a year. The landlords of those units have seen their profits increase by 12%. It's time for relief for working class New Yorkers.
I see, so out of touch with reality. But the landlords have to, most of these landlords are paying rent as well. So are the banks going to fucking cut them a deal? Is that what we're going to do?
Okay, well, of course, the big question is, how are you going to pay for it? You've proposed increasing taxes on wealthier New Yorkers. The Democratic...
Well, what about on white neighborhoods? He even said that. He said white neighborhoods. So we're gonna ignore that part of it?
Governor, though, of your state, Kathy Hochul, says she's not going to support increasing taxes in order to get it across the finish line. I want to let you take a listen to a little bit of what she had to say recently and respond on the other side. Here she is.
I'm not raising taxes on people at a time when affordability is the big issue. I'm actually cutting middle class taxes. Even on the wealthy. I don't want to lose any more people to go to Palm Beach. We've lost enough.
How are you going to raise taxes if you can't get
Democrats
to support it?
So I think what we've shown over the last 8 months is our ability to take that which is considered a non-starter and make it seem inevitable. We've shown that with this campaign, and ultimately we're seeing that our vision to tax the top 1% of New Yorkers, these are New Yorkers who make $1 million a year or more, and our proposal is to just tax them by 2% additional, is something that has broad support and will continue to increase that support over the next few months and years.
So you think you're going to be able to twist Governor Hochul's arm and get her to support raising taxes? I mean, what about the fact that she says she's concerned New Yorkers might leave? They might go
Here's the thing. If they vote for this guy, I bet you he gets none of the shit he's saying done. He gets none of it done. And everybody's going to just be like, they're going to turn and start hating him. Because he's not going to get any of this shit done. There's no way.
Florida.
I think it's time for a leadership that doesn't twist arms, but rather builds partnership. And I'm looking forward to having that with the governor, because ultimately my policies, my vision, it's driven by an assessment of what's actually happening. The Fiscal Policy Institute found that the top 1% of New Yorkers leave at 1/4 the rate of other income groups. And when they do leave, it's actually to other states considered high tax, New Jersey, California. So it's not fiscal policy, it's quality of life. And ultimately, the reason I want to increase these taxes on the top 1%, the most profitable corporations, is to increase quality of life for everyone, including those who are going to be taxed.
Here's how the Washington Post editorial board wrote about your proposals. They say a massive minimum wage would depress low-skilled employment. His rent freeze would reduce the housing supply and decrease its quality. Cutting bus fares would leave a transit funding hole that, unless somehow filled with a road service.
More taxes, boys.
Meanwhile, the grocery business operates on thin margins,
more.
and his plan for city-run stores would probably lead to fewer options, poor service, and shortages. Mr. Mamdani, are your proposals going to hurt the very people you're trying to help?
Not at all. There have been many in editorial board who have had concerns, and what we've shown is that more than 400,000 New Yorkers are excited about this vision. And the reason they're excited about it is one that is in line
because they're
with
socialist
the scale
commies.
of the crisis in the
That's why.
city.
They're commies.
And we are talking about our tax base growing smaller and smaller each day, with New Yorkers leaving to New Jersey, to Pennsylvania, to Connecticut. If we do not meet this moment, we will lose this city. And our proposals are ones that are thought out. They are ones that are also clearly going to be funded by these revenue streams. I'll give you an example. When we talk about grocery stores, I've put forward a proposal for a pilot of one grocery store in each borough. These are 5 grocery stores that would cost $60 million in a city budget of more than $113 billion. And ultimately, the reason that we are so excited by them is we've seen that they've worked in Kansas. We've seen that when a feasibility study was done in Chicago, it was shown to be something that was not only feasible, but pressing and urgent in an urban setting. And finally, it costs less than half of what the city's already set to spend on subsidizing corporate supermarkets without any guarantee of cheaper prices, any guarantee of collective bargaining agreements, or that they accept SNAP or WIC.
Well, you take me to my next question about grocery stores. Some executives, including one of the top grocery...
I mean, to me, the answer is we need to produce more production. It's a supply-demand thing, man. That's why prices keep going up. There's more demand than fucking supply. And we haven't caught up since the fucking the lockdowns of 2020. So we got to focus on how do we get more production? How do we produce more food? How do we get it made more local so that there's less shipping costs to get it into the markets? But no, let's just go full commie. That'll do it. That'll solve all the problems.
Billionaires threatening to shut down his supermarket in the city. John Catsimatidis, who runs Gristedes grocery chain, you're probably very familiar with him. He said this on Election Day, quote, "If the city of New York is going socialist, I will definitely close or sell or move or franchise the Gristedes locations." In order to run New York City successfully as mayor, do you not need the support of a billionaire businessman like John Catsimatidis?
I don't know if I need his support specifically.
Well, you don't need the support of him. Yeah, what you need is for the private fucking grocery stores to stay in business and not leave. Because once they start packing up and saying, we don't like this, we're not doing business in the state of New York, now you got a huge fucking problem.
But I want to make clear that my vision for this city is a vision for every single New Yorker, including business leaders across the city. And the reason I say that is that my proposals, even the ones to increase the top corporate tax rate of New York to match that of New Jersey, are ones that would also benefit those business leaders. Because when I have conversations with them, what I also hear is the just how expensive this city is preventing them from attracting and retaining the talent they need to grow their business. And ultimately, I'm looking forward to having those meetings, having those sit downs to make clear why this vision would benefit all.
We went on.
He's such a liar. I'm sorry, you can just see the fakeness all over this dude's face. He's such a fucking liar. You see it.
Your website and realize
there's
there's a policy proposal that says your plan, and I'm going to quote it for folks, is to shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal.
That is just a description of what we see right now. It's not driven by race. It's more of an assessment of what neighborhoods are being undertaxed versus overtaxed. We've seen time and again that this is a property tax system that is inequitable. It's one that actually Eric Adams ran on, saying that he would change in the first 100 days. He's since sought to defend it and lost at every juncture in court.
And I understand you're saying we're simply describing the types of neighborhoods that would see these increase in taxes. And yet, by invoking race, do you run the risk of potentially alienating key constituents?
I think I'm just naming things as they are. And ultimately, the thing that motivates me in this is to create a system of fairness. It is not to work backwards from a racial assessment of neighborhoods or...
Yeah, but you shouldn't have mentioned the skin color of the people you want to tax more. When you said, we're going to tax white neighborhoods, you should have just said, we're going to tax the wealthy. I mean, you didn't have to make it about race, but you made it about race, which makes it really weird. Kind of makes us wonder, who are you playing to? What crowd are you playing to? Like the fucking racists that hate white people, that want to blame white people for everything? Seems like that's the crowd you're playing to.
Our city. Rather, it's to ensure that we actually have an equal playing field. And right now, what we see with the property tax system is one that is overtaxing a number of New Yorkers and undertaxing others, and an inability of political will to resolve that.
So no plans to change that language on your website?
The focus here is to actually ensure a fair property tax system, and that the use of that language is just an assessment of the neighborhood.
All right. You are a self-described democratic socialist. Do you think that billionaires have a right to exist?
I don't think that we should have billionaires because, frankly, it is so much money in a moment of such inequality. And ultimately, what we need more of is equality across our city and across our state and across our country. And I look forward to work with everyone, including billionaires, to make a city that is fairer for all of them.
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah, sounds like if you're a billionaire, you better get out of New York pretty quick.
About what Donald Trump, the president of the United States, has had to say. He's had a lot to say about your campaign. He called you a communist. Because he's the president, I want to give you a chance to respond directly to him. How do you respond? Are you a communist?
No, I am not. And I have already had to start to get used to the fact that the president will talk about how I look, how I sound, where I'm from, who I am, ultimately because he wants to distract from what I'm fighting for. And I'm fighting for the very working people that he ran a campaign to empower that he has since then betrayed. And when we talk about my politics, I call myself a democratic socialist in many ways inspired by the words of Dr. King from decades ago, who said, call it democracy or call it democratic socialism. There has to be a better distribution of wealth for all of God's children in this country.
Again, it sucks because our government's dropping the ball. There's no competition anymore. Corporations are taking over. They're not having to compete. And they're providing terrible jobs, paying shit, doing a terrible job for even their customers because they don't even have to make the customers that happy anymore because the customers don't have many options. That's how you solve it. But yeah, this. I'm sorry, guys. I can't watch too much of this. I wanted to see what this guy had to say, but what I learned from this is he's very fake. He's got the fake act down really well, but most people will see through it, hopefully. But yeah, this is not a genuine person. This is a guy who's lying his ass off. I'm an expert on that kind of shit, boys. I can tell you for sure. You want to know who's not lying their ass off? Come on, let's see if I can get this shit to fit in here. There we go. This lady's not lying her ass off. This is crazy. I imagine this is New York City as well.
Are a hateful bigot. Huh? Who is this woman? What is she doing? I don't even know.
So apparently this is someone who, Norris Shalash, Director of Government Affairs for CARE out of Kentucky. This is the fear you have with a lot of Muslims is they're really not here to become American and embrace the American way of life. They're here to fucking take over our shit.
This is insane.
I'm not leaving.
This is what Jews in New York City have to deal with in a place of business. It's my office, Nora. Okay?
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Should we with you?
No, that elevator's going to go down at some point.
No, I asked him if he did.
Okay, now it's time to run.
I'm just hoping that this person has a mental...
I demand jihad. I demand jihad. I want ISIS to kill all of you.
Okay.
That's, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that out loud. That's your first mistake.
Somebody call the
I'm conspiring with Hamas, Palestinian jihad, and ISIS.
Okay.
I am conspiring with them.
Okay, this is going to go right to the FBI.
Perfect.
Holy cow. Are a hateful...
Perfect, yeah. She got arrested, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think she got arrested. But that's crazy, man. It's crazy. I guess she got mad enough that the mask came off. Because normally, you would think they would be smart enough not to say it out loud. You guys remember Jaguar and this crazy ad they had? You guys remember this? Yeah. Turns out it didn't go very well for Jaguar. Turns out their sales collapsed by 98%. Weird. I thought their sales would have gone up after something like this, you know? I thought everybody would be rushing to their local Jaguar dealer to buy a new Jaguar. And yeah, and it's not like an industry thing because the other car sales, their competitors, they did fine. But Jaguar sales collapsed by 98%. Yeah, great job. Great job there, man. I'm sure this is going to get people out there to buy Jaguars, huh? Is this a car commercial? How about tell me about your car? What's the miles per gallon? You got any details about your car here? Not even a picture of the car. Is there maybe okay. Well, it says Jaguar at the end. Okay. Great job, Jaguar. Your marketing department needs a raise. Give them a raise. Give them a raise. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we do have a psychologist breaking down the Liver King's behavior. We'll watch that. Let me see. Let's go to Instagram and let's see if Liver King has posted anything. Let's see. Liver King. There he is. Liver King. Yeah, he's I think this might be a new one. When did he post this one? A day ago? I think this is his latest one. I don't think we've watched this one. Let's see. Let's see what he's ranting about here. But we'll start with this one. Oh, this is the beginning. Remember the fight I played the other day, or the ground, their ground game or whatever. This is how it started, and It is kind of funny.
You're gonna stay. You're not gonna attack me. Right?
This is.
Okay. Do you want me to? Because which one? You're going to do the vulnerable one?
You're the vulnerable one.
He goes right for the fucking... Are you trying to bite his foot? Is that what you're trying to do? That I don't think that's the right way to start here, dude. I know you're short, and you're probably thinking I need a low target, but this is... I swear to God, it looks like he went to like try to bite his ankle. I think that was the move he was trying to pull off here.
Just walking
Let's see what he has to say.
I saw these old thrones, and I just kind of laughed. And I was like, oh, God, you know, kind of a little bit embarrassed. And I thought, oh, you know what? I don't think I made a video today. I said I was going to, so I better deliver on it. But it was Sunday.
He's actually sounding a little better today. So maybe he's getting back into his right mind. It seems he's taken today off he hasn't posted anything today. I think this and that other video are the only things he posted yesterday. And he's sounding better. Maybe he's getting some help. I really hope he is.
Family Day, God's Day, capital G Day. And we did that thing, man. That was good. And so I'm walking by this throne, old throne, and I thought Buffalo's real. That's legit. That's gonna stay. But I thought, oh my God, you know, the predecessor me, I would have hated me too.
Yeah, everybody's just jealous of you, dude. That's what it is.
I read some comments today or yesterday, and I saw he's losing a lot. And says it on my desk. Lose yourself. The thing is, like, when you actually lose yourself, though, and you lose the ego, you can't really tell people, you know, because then it's like, hey, yeah, I actually shed my ego, and now I'm back.
Oh, he has no ego, guys. That's what it is. Everybody's jealous because he shed his ego, guys. His ego's gone now.
Better, you know? That's the ego talking, so if other people are seeing it, whoa, thank you. Or I can also go back to the egomaniac, or whatever it is that you like to call me. I can be that too. What I like to be more than anything is helpful, valuable. I've learned a lot with those gifts of resistance, the emails and...
Yeah, he still sounds a little crazy, but a little less crazy.
The lying, and to be so free now. I think you might find it interesting. In fact, so check this out. These are my weighted vests. This is my workshop. This is the foyer right here. I'm working on my weighted vest right now. Weighted vests are really important to me. These are my maces. This is my office. Welcome to Liver King's office. Yeah, the name doesn't matter. These are my vests.
Okay, he's getting a little crazier.
Maybe like 20 or so in here. A couple thousand pounds of it. Oh, check this out. You should see. This is my drawer, top drawer, okay? Real calculator, my passwords, some petty cash.
Don't show everybody your passwords, dumbass. People could pause that and zoom in and fucking... There's some high-level fucking genius out there who's going to be able to find out all your passwords from that.
There's money. This is how we open packages. Netflix sent me a package when they sent the Untold Truth. So I haven't opened it because I hadn't seen the movie. And now that I've seen it, or the series, or whatever it is, I know what to do with that present. I really think I can show some things. I only have a few things in my drawer, so I can live in the right now, the present, so I can release myself of the past or the future. But it's behind you, doesn't matter, there's nothing you can do, right? So why are you thinking about it? Or planning things in the future, of course.
Believe it or not, he is sounding less crazy than normal. I know that's hard to believe if you didn't listen to the shit he was saying on the last episodes when we covered him. He is actually showing signs of improvement here.
Framework plan, but like when we think so far into the future, we forget about right now. What's really special right now And so like my drawers have like stuff that really matters. So you saw my desk drawer has like 3 things: a real calculator, my fucking passwords, some cash. That's how I manage all of my drawers. So I don't have to remember anything. I don't have.
Where did he get the bright idea to go, you know what, I'm going to make an Instagram video about my drawers and what's in my drawers? Like, that makes me think he's still crazy. Because who gives a fuck about what's in your drawers, dude? What?
To go looking for anything. Testosterone cream. Crova body balm. That's why I looked so good. Yeah, torch. That's the only thing. A file for, you know who I'm picking.
I mean, the torch, that's not for smoking meth, I hope.
In a fight with it goes like this. You probably don't know who I am. Liver King. Yeah, picking a fight with, do y'all know who his name is? Yeah.
Oh, jeez. He's still, okay, so we're still talking about Rogan.
It's the big bully. Yeah, the big bully. And you know why? It's just not right. Good and true is right. And so if what we can do is live in the right now, release yourself of the memory thing, past, future, boom, right now, that's king time, that's divine time. So I don't have to look for shit because I have 7 things in there. There's 2 temporary things in there. If you think it would be valuable to maybe, I don't know, take a tour of the closet, dude, if you knew my closet system, I used to just took all those personality tests, you know, back in the pharmaceutical rep days. And they said I was a driver and expressive. And so I never would identify myself as anything else because that's what the personality, they said it. And many people around me would tell me how analytical I was. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. You know, analytical people are nerds, right? No, it's not me. I'm a driver.
Analytical people are smart. It doesn't necessarily make them nerds.
Look at me, I'm a driver, you know. Yeah, so what I really hope to do, I love my life.
I'm glad to hear it.
I love my life. I can say it like that because I used to not love my life. I have a beautiful family. Lock that down, fist bump pound.
He never forgets his little fucking sayings, you know. No matter how crazy he gets, he remembers all the fucking, was it lock it down, fist bump pound, good and true, good and true. He's got his little slogans he sticks with, even when he's losing his mind.
Understand the framework to do it. I want to share some of those principles that just make life better. And guess how much I want to charge? Guess, dude, you're going to make so much money.
Oh, is he going to do a course now, like Andrew Tate, that everybody has to pay so they can learn how to be as happy and as well fucking balanced as the Liver King here? You should market your course as like how to become completely fucking crazy. That should be your course. You want to be crazy like me? I'll show you how to be crazy like me. Just join my course for the low cost of $100 a month.
Because I'm going to share with you passive profit centers. I've not worked out this year. Passive profit centers, like wearing this weighted vest. It's your fucking skeleton, man. Okay, I can't wear.
Well, yeah, it also helps that you're on $10,000 a month of steroids. That probably helps for you to stay jacked while you barely work out.
It's like wearing a t-shirt. And if you do it right, there's a way to do it. You can't do 5 pounds. Trust me, it's like wearing a fucking t-shirt. Then you ratchet it up. Yeah, and then I have a 40-pound, an 80-pound, 120-pound vest. And then I have these maces all over the house. Christian, he's awesome. He's my executive assistant.
I would expect nothing less.
My loyal assistant. He fills them up with different weights, and he doesn't mark what they are. So I pick it up, and I don't know if it's like a 25-pound mace, which is nice.
Okay, I think we've checked in enough with the Liver King. Let's watch this psychologist. He does a breakdown on the Liver King. And, yeah, he's very concerned that the Liver King was, like, seriously planning some dark stuff. He's also a body language expert.
Hey everybody, Dr. G here. I'm a clinical and forensic psychologist as well as a body language expert. And today...
By the way, I gotta subscribe. He makes great videos. He's like the other Dr. Grande or whatever. Dr. Grande. I like those types of videos. They're great.
We're going to be analyzing the behavior and body language of fitness influencer Brian Johnson, otherwise known as the Liver King. Before we get started with this, a couple of quick things. One, I wanted to make sure you know this is not a psychological evaluation of any kind. These are just my opinions. In addition to that, I do want to remind you to like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. All right, let's go. What we're going to be looking at today is several clips from Instagram. It initially started after he threatened Joe Rogan and then went to Austin, Texas to fight him. We're going to be looking at that, his arrest, and ultimately his release, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, let's just jump right in.
Everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos.
Because Joe Rogan. That's funny.
To pretend anymore.
This is when he's at his craziest.
All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged.
So one of the things you're probably noticing immediately is he doesn't have any strong facial expressions right now. Typically, you think when somebody's angry or challenging somebody to a fight, you're going to see some intensity there. Or if he's performing and playing something up like people oftentimes do online, you're also going to see an exaggeration of emotions. We're not seeing anything like that.
It's got a point.
Challenge you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend.
You're also probably noticing that his mouth is blue. From my understanding, it's because he takes methylene blue, which is a supplement. Now, the problem with that is that many supplements, when taken in excess, can cause neurotoxic effects. Now, how much he's taking, I have no idea. I'm not saying that's causing his behavior, but one of the concerns is supplements like that or other ones, if taken incorrectly or taken in too large of a quantity, can cause various behavioral issues.
Pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did.
That's pretty fucking threatening.
So saying that Joe Rogan needs to hold the hand of somebody that he loves, that clearly sounds like a threat. But once again, you're not seeing any facial expression. You're not. Well, usually we look at the brow. There's either anger, there's sadness, there's different things that we look for. There's ways that we look when people are trying to calm themselves down. Right now, he's being very plain and seems kind of disconnected in that sense. And that's what's concerning right here, is when you have somebody making statements like this, but there seems to be some sort of odd disconnect between what they're saying and the way they look. That's a concerning thing to me.
To give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for. And then I'll die for them, you know that.
And then you heard some real emotion come up for a second, saying that his family, you could hear his voice waver a little bit. It almost looked like he was about to well up with tears, although it doesn't look like he quite did. But the idea he's having these quick waves of emotion. Once again, it's a little bit unusual and it's concerning.
And you're a black belt, but you've never come across something like this. Willing to die, hoping that you'll choke me out. I pray to God, because that's a dream come true.
So you're seeing a rapid fluctuation of behaviors, where on the one hand, he's saying, I want you to choke me out. This would be great. On the other, he's saying that he was ready to die. It's such unusual language, and it's bouncing around to extremes. And once again, when we're looking at the body language, we're still not seeing much. And the flat affect, the lack of visible emotion is always concerning, because that means there's some kind of disconnect between what he's thinking and feeling and what we're seeing.
It feels good. And then the limbs, I'm fighting for my family. So limb.
So you saw him.
It's just, and then the giant eye just makes it all fucking, it just wraps it all up into a nice little bundle of crazy. Yeah, I think he definitely was having some sort of mental break when he went to Austin. Like, it's no doubt about it, man.
Raises eyebrows.
I don't think it's all an
family.
act.
Now, what that does is that brings attention to our face. And the reason that that's significant is that means that there's some component of that he really believes. When somebody's talking about their family, that makes things much more intense. So as he's putting all of these things together, we're getting a more and more concerning picture as this unfolds, even though it's only been a few seconds.
Because that's a dream come true. It feels good. And then the limbs, I'm fighting for my family. So limb.
So there's some sort of unusual thought process going on.
He wants Joe Rogan to break all of his limbs.
Flow. There's certain ways that thoughts tend to flow.
That's what it sounds like.
The flow of thoughts here is very odd. But Liver King does strange things all the time, so maybe it doesn't seem as concerning. But the quality of his behavior and the way he's speaking in this seems different than previous videos.
But then you have to contend with something else. And I weigh 177 pounds. An actual savage. And so at first you're like... Yeah.
See, you're seeing this intensity spike, just like when you saw very briefly the tears well up. This is a very unusual display of emotion. There was such intensity as he was saying that. So when we see a loose connection of thoughts on top of emotions like this, that does start to beg the question of whether or not somebody is in some kind of crisis. Because oftentimes when people are, they don't know it. They lose the ability to have insight. So they don't know that they're in crisis, and people around them may not fully understand it either. And maybe he isn't. But the way that he presents seems similar to something like that.
Yeah, right? When you all of a sudden he did get your attention, which I already did before this, you're saying, I'm going to choke that. I'm going to choke him out. So what warriors do, you and Andrew Tate are good warriors.
Good warrior boys.
But you're actually better than that real tension we have.
Well, it's not like you can say
comedy,
you're a warrior
comedy
boy.
that you do is good and true. We have real tension.
So him talking about choking out Joe Rogan, therein lies another part that's very concerning. Because obviously you can't just go get in a fight with somebody just because you want to or because you think it would make good content or whatever. He couldn't do that anyway. But when it comes to choking somebody out, that's something that can have absolutely dire consequences if not only it isn't done right, but if it's done too long. There's a whole wide variety of reasons why that is about as concerning as you could possibly get in terms of his train of thought right now.
In you is comedy is good and true. Touch points. Oh, people laugh if we don't make fun of them at their expense. They laugh. You should all make fun of me. You should all make fun of me at my expense. Trust me.
But he couldn't even remember his own name. You don't even know your own name anymore.
That it still works, and then you should get paid for it.
And so we're seeing a connection of thoughts once again that's a little bit odd, where he's trying to be friendly, he's trying to connect with the audience, trying to say, hey, you should make fun of me at my expense, but it's done in a way where you're seeing him close his eyes, he's having to concentrate to get certain words out. There's a flow of information that's just not quite right. But most people's reaction to this has been one of concern because he seems serious about what he's saying, but there also seems to be a strange disconnect between what he's saying and feeling and what we're seeing. That calmness tends to be more concerning than if he actually looked angry. Because if people get angry, they look mad. Sometimes they blow off steam. People say stuff on Twitter or X all the time where they're mad at each other and then they delete it, they change their minds. It's nothing unusual that people get mad. His calmness is actually somewhat more concerning than if he was visibly angry.
It's a good point. It is a little weird when you're threatening somebody, but you're totally calm and emotionless. It's like nothing behind the eyes. That's pretty terrifying.
Let's watch some more and see what else comes up. Want to find out how I learned I was related to Johnny Cash? I did it using MyHeritage, today's sponsor.
Cash.
This is the #1 family history. We shared ancestor with Rogan. This is where clearly it gets far more concerning that he's actually acting on this.
So this is the video that basically got him arrested.
Houston. It's Houston. Guess what? You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Because welcome to Texas.
Because I what? Because I what? You're dead because I say it, Liver King.
We just got here.
So there we go again. When he says something like you're dead in such a matter-of-fact way, how could anybody react other than to take it very, very seriously? And they should. Whether or not he means that literally or not, you have to take a threat like that literally, or you have to take it as a threat. Because whether or not he truly means it that way, whether or not he's just trying to make content and it is not insightful enough to understand how people are going to take it, anytime you hear something like that, you should 100% take it seriously. It was definitely the right thing to do for Joe Rogan to contact law enforcement at this point.
We're just going to make this a quick one because I'm going to honor my family. I'm going to record a lot this week, and then I'm going to stop recording afterwards. We're here. Boys, go ahead and sit down. Thank you for being so good. I forgot about you. Yeah, you're my best friend.
He said he forgot about his dogs.
This is nice.
So there he said something else that was concerning. I forgot about you. And so in some ways that might suggest that he really is only thinking about what's in front of him.
Yeah, but he might not have also not really forgot about him. He might have just been talking. You know, sometimes people just say things to say them. But yeah, if he forgot he had his dogs in the back of the fucking truck, that is a little weird.
In front of him at any given time, that there's some disruption in his ability to concentrate. Once again, another red flag, something that should be paid attention to.
Kind of a decoration, it isn't. You might know what this is, Joe Rogan. I'm going to call it Jim Riggs.
All right, so yeah, I think we've seen enough of this. If you guys want to watch it, go check out Dr. G. Dr. G Explains. Looks like he's going to be covering Liver King from a psychologist's point of view. And he kind of agrees with what a lot of us are saying. It's like this guy needs He needs some fucking help. And yeah, it's just our opinion. We're not experts, but I don't think you need to be an expert to see when somebody needs help. Where was this other one? Yeah, this one just popped up in my feed because I've been like watching all these body cam videos. And it's pretty funny. This is Ice-T getting pulled over, which is look, I've been in Ice-T's shoes because I'm somebody that's a little lazy at getting my registrations updated. So sometimes I'll drive around with an expired registration. But this cop, I think, is overreacting, dude. This cop is being a little bitch. So I get it. You know, you're supposed to keep all your... It's just paperwork we're fucking talking about here. We're talking about fucking paperwork. But yeah, then Ice-T goes off on this cop. And I don't blame him.
Oh, sir. What's up, officer? Officer, just let you know you're being recorded, okay? I'm headed to the DMV. That's where I'm going to get all my registration and everything. You know your registration expired since 2021. That's where I'm going. So you have your license expired as well? That's why I'm going to the DMV. Give me my paperwork, you Yo, don't touch me. Don't give me like that. Give me my paperwork. Get this on camera.
Legendary rapper and actor Ice-T, best known for his role as Detective Odafin Tutuola on Law & Order, was pulled over in New Jersey for what looked like a missing front plate on his Porsche. Things took a turn when officers found his registration and license were expired, leading to a heated exchange with the star. Here's how it all went down.
Kilo comes back, negative stolen, 2015, Porsche 911, two-door color gray. Registration expired. Step out one.
How's it going, sir? What's up, officer? Officer Silla, Hudson County Sheriff's Office. Let you know you're being recorded, okay? I'm headed to the DMV. That's where I'm going to get all my registration and everything straight on this car.
At first, everything appeared to be normal as a simple traffic stop, but things would soon escalate between the actor and the officer.
Oh my God, your paperwork is out of date. I need backup. These are the type of cops that fucking piss me off, dude.
You know your registration expired since 2021. That's where I'm going. I'm headed right there.
That's a long ass time.
When did you decide to go and change? Yesterday. I went yesterday. But but what I'm saying is your registration been expired since 2021. The car's been parked. Are you sure? Yeah, of course I'm sure.
Look, I have a parked car with a fucking very old registration. It happens. Sometimes you don't drive the car, so you don't fucking bother, or you're too busy to send in the paperwork when it comes in the mail. But you didn't do your paperwork in time? You're going straight to jail, buddy.
That's why I'm trying to get this car set up to roll. Yesterday I went to the DMV and they said that their system was down, so that's where I'm headed. I got 7 cars. I'm trying to get them all straight.
That's a lot of paperwork when you got. I mean, it's annoying to me just 2 cars.
Yesterday, they said the system was
7.
down? Yesterday, yep.
You have too many cars, dude.
What time was your appointment yesterday? I didn't have an appointment. They just take me. You need to have an appointment to go to DMV. I don't need one. Why is that? Because they know me. Because they know you. Is your passport? You have a driver's license with you? Yeah.
I mean, at this point, he should be bumping "Fuck the Police." He should be bumping his own fucking song. Why not, dude? Just bump "Fuck the Police." That'd be a good time.
Getting that, that has... That's expired. So you have your license expired as well? That's why I'm going to the DMV.
Well, cop, you don't have to get such a fucking attitude. This cop is the first one to cop an attitude. He really is.
Sir, even if you're 1 feet, you cannot drive with an expired license and expired registration.
Well, he just did, so clearly you're wrong, dumbass.
I mean, why don't you follow me right to this garage, right?
Dude, I've gotten tickets for, not outdated inspection. I think it might be even a registration like long time ago. And this is how they handle it. Hey, your stick, yeah, it's out of date. I'm going to take care of it this week. Okay, well, here's your ticket. And here's what you do. When you go to court, just show them proof that you now have your registration and your insurance and everything's up to date, and it'll get dropped. That's it. Here's your ticket. Have a wonderful day. Make sure to get it taken care of. That's it. But this fucking cop, I guess he's got nothing else better to do with his life.
Right here. The DMV is right there. You don't gotta be that serious about this. I mean, you can, but you don't have to.
Well, is it serious? So, give me 1 second.
I could park the car right here and then walk to the DMV.
He's literally, the DMV's across the street. This is from 5 months ago, and I haven't seen it, so it's new to me, Stainless Neil.
That's 566.
It's 5-6. I'm good. I'm with our road.
Those are all the things.
You said you have other vehicles registered?
I have 7 vehicles.
Okay.
Receipt. Do you want me to start this up?
Motherfucker, that's Ice-T.
It's 5-6.
You don't recognize him? Where you been?
You're gonna
living under a
drive
rock?
the other vehicle was registered and get this one registered.
Can I handle this? Can I handle this? You gonna take me to jail?
I have not.
This is when it starts to turn. But to me, the cop could have been a little more friendly. The cop was like, you know, he got too upset about it. Like, what do you mean? You're driving without a registration? You're not allowed to drive 1 foot without a registration, sir. Like, Jesus Christ, calm down, fucking dumbass. Just give me my ticket.
Not gonna take you to jail.
Okay, can I park the car here and walk to the DMV?
Did he say he was going to take him to jail?
I'm not gonna take you to
I'm
jail.
not going to take you to
Can
jail.
I park the car here and walk to the DMV?
I'm gonna tow your vehicle. It's
No,
expired.
you're not finna tow my vehicle. Let me park my car right here.
You're not gonna move your car, sir. You give me your keys right now, and I'm gonna tow your vehicle.
Are you even an American, dude?
Try to be more respectful with me. I'm gonna respect you the same way.
Well, then let me. You see, I'm going to.
No, you're not gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna tell you what to do. So give me your keys right now. If you're gonna go that route.
I asked you, can I park my car?
I said
here?
not. Give me your keys, sir.
If I'm not under arrest, then I'm getting out of my car.
I want to see these cops' papers. I want to make sure he's legal. I think this guy needs to be deported. I don't know if he's here legally.
Give me my paperwork here.
No, don't touch me. Don't
give me
like that.
Give me my.
Okay, this could have turned ugly. Ice-T, this is a little. You're over. I mean, you can't do this with a cop. This could have been like. This could have turned ugly right here at this moment.
Paperwork. Get this on camera. This motherfucker.
You think he knows who he is? MMA KO. That might be why he's like. You know. I don't know. Some cops maybe they pull over a rich black dude and it just makes them angry. And they're like, I'm gonna fuck this guy's day up.
I am a foot away from DMV.
Keep your distance.
You are a fucking asshole.
I'm not an asshole. You've been an asshole to me.
You are an asshole. I'm trying to get to
No,
the
you
DMV.
asshole.
I showed you all the paperwork. Let me start recording your dumb ass.
So
No, I'm not asshole. You asshole.
Start another unit.
Alright, you're in the parking lot for Dunkin' Donuts, right?
It's 5-6.
Irish.
Guys, 70 likes. Can we get to 100? Is that possible? Can we do that? Let's at least do that. Otherwise, this show's going to be a complete disaster. Okay. Less views than normal. No super chats. 1 member, and can't even get to 100 likes. Let's at least get to 100 likes. Can we do that?
Communications to SO83.
The actor began recording as the officer called for backup. Ice-T appeared visibly angry, frustrated that the officer didn't give him another option to register his vehicle.
Yeah, the cop's being a dick, dude. 100% cop's being a dick.
1 Bergen Line, where the Dunkin' Donuts is. SO8 to reach you.
Yeah, clearly he shouldn't have drove his car that's not registered to the DMV to get it registered. Especially if he has 7 fucking cars. But at the end of the day, I've never seen a cop be this fucking silly about it. Like, yeah, okay, give him advice. Yeah, sir, you know you're not supposed to drive with the registration. Okay, I'm going to have to give you a ticket for your registration. I'm going to have to give you a ticket for your expired license. And just make sure you get it taken care of by the time you go to court. Have a wonderful day. That's it. Ice-T would have not gave a shit. He'd be like, who gives a shit about tickets? I'm rich. Give me those tickets. Let me go. But this cop is like, it's such a little, he's like a woman. He's like a woman. Taking everything personally. Oh my God, how dare you drive these streets without a proper registration? What are you, crazy? You're going to get somebody killed without the paperwork. It's paperwork, dude. Now the sergeant tries to help him. The sergeant shows up and he's like, "Hey, dude, that's fucking iced tea. You know that's iced tea, right?" The other guy's like, he doesn't say that, but it would have been funny. He'd be like, "Hey, you know that fucking iced tea, right? Come on." But yeah, this sergeant here shows up and like tries to help Ice-T and calm down this fucking dumbass cop, but doesn't work.
What happened, Sarge?
What's up, Sarge?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm trying to get to DMV to register my cars.
Okay.
I got all the paperwork and everything there. I asked the officer, could I just go over here or even park my car so that I could walk over there and get all my paperwork together? He says he wants to tow my car.
All right, give me a second. Let me find out what's going on here, and then we'll figure something out, okay?
Okay.
Right.
You're doing a little too much, Sarge.
Okay, so what I was going to do is...
Oh, parent taking. Okay, yeah, parent taking. Yeah. Take their side. Take the man's side. Fuck that. Registration's bullshit. You should just register your car when you buy it. That's it. It's registered. Oh, you got to go every year and spend $100. It's just a fucking grift, dude, to take people's money.
Does he issue him a ticket? Let him park here?
It's fucking paperwork. That's all it is. It's paperwork, dude.
Okay. He jumped out of the vehicle. He didn't ask me. He came so close to me. And he said, he called me.
You get a ticket for it, though. I've gotten I don't know if I've gotten a ticket for expired license. Actually, I got pulled over when I was 15 and all I had was a permit. And the cop basically gave me a ticket and then said, he waited with me. He's like, okay, call your dad, see if someone can come pick you up. And nobody was answering. I couldn't get a hold of anybody. And the cop was like, okay, look, this is what I'm going to do. You can go ahead and drive that truck home. I'm going to pretend like I don't see it, but go ahead, just drive it straight home though. The cop let me drive it home, even though I didn't have a license. I mean, you don't have to make such a big deal over this petty shit, dude. Give him a ticket and that's it.
Asshole. He called me an asshole and he said, give me all your paperwork right now.
Oh, he called me an asshole.
And everything's been recorded.
Yeah, this cop's...
vehicle's been towed.
Cop's mad.
And you're receiving tickets.
He's mad. How dare you not respect me? I am the law. How dare you treat me like I'm not... superior to you because I am a police officer. I am the law. And now I will punish you for not being respectful enough.
You for right now? For tactical purposes.
The officer received permission to issue the actor 4 tickets, including one for driving with a suspended license.
Yeah, the practice started in Texas. It's not surprising, Songs and Science, because Texas doesn't collect income tax. So they have to find other ways to raise money. And that's one of them. But one good thing Texas did, they got rid of the inspection. So you don't have to pay for an inspection sticker anymore, which was basically cheap, but it was still a pain in the ass. So as long as your car's driving, you can get it registered, but you still got to pay the yearly registration fee, which is like $80 or some shit. Yeah, SD guy. I support the black guy. Not suspended, expired. There's a difference. I think if you're listening to the video, at one point, I think he says it was suspended license. The guy got it wrong. Suspended and expired are not the same thing. Expired just means you haven't done your fucking paperwork, okay? Give them a ticket. Tell them when they show up to court, have it fixed, and they'll drop it. You can tell by the way he's walking, he's mad. Oh, respect my authority!
Okay, he's gonna park.
So here's the sergeant.
You, whatever you want to do. Yeah, you can
the sergeant.
The ticket and that's
the sergeant is at the window. He's trying to talk him down a little bit. He's like, "Come on, I mean, what are you doing? You don't got to be this hard."
What's up, Sergeant? Oh shit, I forgot to. All right, you can issue him a ticket and that's gonna be it, right? He's gonna leave the car here. Up to you, whatever you want to do. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. You want to leave the car here? Okay. Yeah, he's gonna park the car here.
But yeah, so the sergeant's the cool one. He's like, there's no reason to fucking you, because he was still saying, I'm still gonna tow your car. Your car's getting towed. And the sergeant's like, just let him leave his car here. What the fuck are you doing, dude? This fucking iced tea, bro. Haven't you seen fucking NYPD or whatever show he was on?
No problem. Go across the street and get the paperwork for the car. Okay, but he's getting 4 tickets though. All right. Okay.
So he tried to talk him down. Still getting 4 tickets though. I'm mad. So he's getting every ticket.
Driving a registered motor vehicle, driving with an expired license. Okay. Improper display, he got no front plates and no inspection sticker. Okay.
SD loves the man. It's okay, SD. You love the man. We get it.
How many did you...
You probably enjoy paying taxes too, don't you? You're like, ooh, I can't wait to give all of my money to the government.
Make out already. What's that? 4. You give me 4? You already sent them in? Not yet. Yes? Can you bring it down to 2?
See, this Sarge is trying to talk him down. He's like, dude, come on, you're being a little ridiculous. 4 fucking... Just give him 2. Just give him 2. I like this sergeant. There's a reason he's a sergeant and you're still fucking handing out tickets, dumbass. Stop being a little bitch of a cop.
Sorry. Okay. All right. No, it's up to you, bro. I can't tell you. Okay. All right.
He refuses to drop the tickets from 4 to 2 because he's angry. He's an angry little man. I bet you he's like 5'6".
I can't tell him as a sergeant what to do. I can guide him and I can make a recommendation. He's going to give you 4 tickets, okay? I asked him not to give you the 4 tickets, but he could bring it down to 2. He said, no, he's giving you the 4 tickets. What are the 4 tickets? He says you have no front plate, no inspection sticker, no registration, and your driver's license is expired. Okay. All right. All right.
It's crazy. Like I used to work jobs where like there were shitty jobs, but then one person got a manager position and like their ego would fly like to the fucking moon. Like, oh, as soon as you give them a little bit of authority, it's like, oh my God, I'm somebody now. I imagine it's that times a million with cops. Like they get so full of their own fucking ego because of, oh, I'm the authority. I'm the one. And it's like, it's so easy to get on their bad side. You have to literally treat them like they're fucking kings or some shit. And I do, by the way, when you run into police, always be super respectful. Always say yes, sir, no, sir. Always be nice. Because they're just going to make your life miserable if you don't.
I did, yeah. I did. Okay. All right. So I know if you want to come with me or... Yeah. Okay. So they know that you're not going to get the tow and that you're going to... Yeah, I'm a little right now. Okay. At some point, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if he told you, but everything's being recorded on these body cameras, so... He's
got a license. It's just expired. He hasn't done the paperwork, SD guy. I get it, bro. I get it. You know, you're against people driving with expired licenses. I get it. Okay, good for you, bro.
Okay. So,
yes, I pay taxes. That point wasn't that you pay taxes. The point was you probably enjoy paying them, SD guy. You're probably so happy. Like, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait to give all my money to the government and be a good little citizen. Oh, and I hope they get Ice-T off the road because he's driving with an expired license. I'm calling the cops right now. Ice-T, how dare you be driving with an expired license? How dare you? That's you, dude.
Sergeant, we're not going to tow your vehicle, but you're receiving summonses. Here's your keys. Is your paperwork, driver's license, everything you gave me? You're receiving a ticket for no front plates? Where's all the other paperwork? It's in there. Everything you gave me. It's in the vehicle. You have no inspection, driving expired registration, and driving with expired license. Right, you're, like I said, you're gonna leave the car here and just go to DMV. Yeah. I'm walking DMV and handle it. So, but you do know your registration is expired and your license too.
I guarantee you, dude. I guarantee you, probably 9 out of 10 cops, when they pull him over and he's literally right next to the DMV, are gonna be like, "Look, I'll give you a warning this time, but dude, you don't, be careful. Other cops, you could end up with a bunch of tickets, but just head there right now and get that shit taken care of. We're good." 9 out of 10 cops would have done that. I guarantee it, dude.
That's what I'm going for.
Okay, I'm just letting you know that I didn't know if you just knew your registration was expired. You got both.
I got everything.
Okay, all right. Yeah. All right? All right, no, I'm good. All right, you told him the way he treated me. Okay. I was gonna park the vehicle.
He was just mean to me. Oh, I'm good, but he was so mean to me. He hurt my feelings.
No tickets issued, but just next time show some respect. That's all
I want to see this guy's immigration status.
I gotta say.
I don't have to.
All right, okay, I don't have either. All right, so you have a great day, sir.
In the end,
I would say Ice-T though. You should always just be super respectful. But I get it. You're annoyed. You're annoyed.
And the actor was able to resolve the situation, fixing the issues and paying the fines in full. But it raises the question, was the officer fair in handling this? Or could they have been more lenient considering the circumstance?
That's not the question. Was he fair in handling this? The question was, is he a little fucking bitch? And I would say yes, he's a little bitch. Now there's a lot of good cops who aren't worried about paperwork like that. And I guarantee you 9 out of 10 cops would be like, look, I'm going to let you go this time, but you got to head straight to the DMV. Or just leave your car here and walk there. That's probably the best way to make sure you don't get pulled over again. That's it. That's it. End of day. End of story. Jesus Christ, dude. Now I found this channel last night, and I'm obsessed with this channel. Where'd it go? Oh man, this channel, Midwest Safety. I cannot stop watching this channel. I guess they just take like cop cams, body cams, and they edit it all together from like multiple body cams, and they tell the story, and it's just fucking beautiful. And this is a bunch of kids. Like I've seen this a lot now. Kids are going to stores and like recording themselves, like doing shit, like causing problems and like acting like it's like a prank or whatever, and then trying to make content out of it. And I think that's what these kids were up to. And it's kind of sad, honestly, the way this turns out, because these kids, it's like, where's their dad? They behave like they were raised in a jungle or some shit. Like, it's sad, man.
What is y'all doing?
We just saying.
Okay, but they don't saw y'all breaking stuff. Sir, get up.
Hey, wake him up. Wake him up.
Sir.
My nigga ain't did nothing. He just sitting there the whole time.
Sweetheart, if you ain't do nothing, be quiet.
Damn.
Yeah, this is Midwest Safety, by the way. I would recommend following this fucking channel because it's gold. They're just like nonstop gold.
Y'all was breaking stuff. Y'all done broke wine bottles. It's on camera. They done caught y'all breaking stuff. Where y'all parents?
I ain't got no money.
Why y'all not home or no park or something? This is not the spot. Kroger do not allow this. Y'all not supposed to eat. Look, he already
They still have Krogers? Where the fuck do they still have Krogers, dude?
messing up the furniture.
That man's swamp. It ain't hard to fix.
All right, so out of all of these, which ones do you think end up getting arrested? There's one guy in this group who doesn't get arrested, or actually, I think that actually there's more than one. Okay, well we'll let it play out.
Come on, y'all. We finna leave.
These kids are the future. You're right. This is the
Y'all
future.
come here. Don't make this harder than what.
6 away from 100. 6 away from 100. And if you're enjoying the show, you can become a member or send a super chat. But we're almost at 100. 6 away. If you haven't smashed it yet, let's go. Let's see if we can get to 100.
It has to be because y'all old enough to.
I'm never talking about Trump and Elon again, by the way. It's weird because I used to be talking about Trump and Elon. They would actually go out and get views. I talk about Trump and Elon now. It's almost like those videos go out less. I know maybe people aren't interested in Trump and Elon. Weird because, everywhere else people talk about it. Shit does well. But as soon as I talk about it, it becomes a problem. And then people get angry in the audience. Whatever side I take, the other side gets angry. But no matter what opinion I have, the other side that has a different opinion gets angry. So I'm not talking about Trump and Elon anymore, boys. This is the last episode. I hope you enjoyed it.
Sit down and listen.
It's all body cam videos from here on out.
This officer
That's
talking
what
to
this
you
whole show's gonna be.
and stop moving. You understand me? I'm not gonna play with you because I know
See, they got one of those old school Southern cops that's not playing around.
you already been kicked out of the mall today. Okay, time to leave. Get up, man. Time to go.
I hate you.
Let's go. That way. Out.
And see, they always get like real belligerently mad at the cop. Like, just leave. He's just telling you to leave. You broke shit. You've been fucking causing problems. Just leave at this point. How do you think they react? Do they go, okay, we'll leave? Or do they get fucking unbelievably angry?
Out.
How dare this white man with this southern accent tell me what to do? Oh, do you think I'm in the plantations?
I don't care if you leave. Okay?
Not too much of my sister, though.
Let's go.
Tie my shoe.
I don't worry about it. I'm not worried about your shoe. You can tie that outside. Let's go.
My cousin either.
Go. Go.
What is this kid doing with this balloon, dude? Is that a new thing now? I remember when I was young, like all of a sudden people were sucking on pacifiers and shit, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? It became like, I don't know, some ghetto thing people did to suck on pacifiers. What is going on here? Is that
You ain't working nowhere. You ain't working nowhere.
now the employees they're talking shit to him?
Let's go.
You ain't working nowhere.
Let's go. Time to
You
go.
ain't working nowhere.
Are you his parent?
I'm not his parent.
All right, then let's go.
Yeah, his parent. Yeah.
Let's go. I'm going to put you in handcuffs in a minute. Do you understand that?
Don't touch him again.
Excuse me? He's going to listen or he's going to go in handcuffs.
This guy ain't fucking around.
Now let's go.
See, I like this cop. Even though this cop seems pretty hardcore, I like him way better than the last cop. Because at least these people are actually causing fucking problems.
Look, I'm not even doing that. Look, I'm finna walk up.
And this is when he gets angry. This is like no emotional control. No emotional control. It's like I see somebody like this and I tend to think they probably had no father in their life. And it's kind of sad.
4 Delta 2. Send me a couple more units. I got 6 juveniles that are being disorderly.
Get off me. Come here. Come here, sweetie. Sweetie. Come here. What's your name? I don't got a name. Listen here, sweetie. That's not me. That's what Ma'am, I understand, but y'all together, I'm getting everybody's name. Everybody else cooperating, you cooperate as well. What's your name?
Outside.
The pacifier thing was for ecstasy, yeah, but dude, this was like middle school. The middle school kids weren't doing ecstasy, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm wrong. Maybe I had some kids in middle school doing fucking ecstasy. But maybe it started as that, but then it became a thing like sagging your pants, right? It was like a gangster thing. But then all of a sudden, all the kids in school were sagging their pants, right?
I don't care who you're waiting on, outside.
Didn't mean they were gangsters. They were just copying the look.
Just trying to get them outside. They're not wanting to go and one's wanting to struggle with me.
I'm trying to get my ball.
No, put your hand behind your back.
I'm trying to get my ball.
Put your hand behind your back.
I'm finna walk out.
Put your hands behind your back. Now. Put your hands behind your back.
Somebody get this.
No, you're not listening to me.
Tell me, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I gave you orders.
I don't give up. What the
It's always where it goes wrong, dude. It's like, at this point, you have to fucking obey. I mean, all you had to do was walk out. You could have done all that shit you did. Had your little fun, pranking the fucking local Kroger and recording content. All you had to do was leave when they asked you to leave. That's all you had to do. But you couldn't keep your cool.
I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck off me. Fuck wrong with you? Get the off me.
4 Delta 2, send me units in 18. One's wanting to fight with me. Go down.
So they even got, this is what's so good about it. Like they're getting every fucking body cam. So like, okay, now we get to see the other police showing up on scene. I'm telling you, this channel is so good. I don't know if this is like Midwest Safety, if this is like the police themselves putting this out there. You know, as like I don't know, like the way they used to put out like vehicle crashes and shit to be like, don't drink and drive because this is what happens, so people can see how terrible it can go if you drink and drive, and you know, I don't know, but it's so beautiful. It's one of my new favorite channels.
Get off of me, or you're going to cuff too.
Get down.
Hey, y'all, bud. Got them up. No,
See, the thing is, like, if you're gonna act all hard and shit, But then you start crying the moment that they put hands on you and like push you down. Like, you're not hard, dude. You're a little fucking kid. You're a scared little kid that can't control his emotions, dude.
Okay, look at here. Here. Look at I'm trying to get.
Look at him. Look at him. This is that like emotional control. That's I don't want to get too in the weeds with this, but you just see it. You hear his breathing. You hear him. He's like, she's like, dude, like you need a father to beat your ass so that you learn to control that. You need a heavy-handed father who's like instilling discipline in you at an early age. Otherwise, this is what you end up with. An emotionally out of control grown man.
It's not meant to be gentle. Watch out. Watch out. Hey, what the get the off me.
Dude, this guy's stupid as fuck too. Like, at this point, you can't just hang around. You're about to get arrested too, bro. You're about to be next. Oh, holy shit. I thought I was going to go a whole episode with no super chats. Oh, Hefe coming in with the 5. Thank you, Hefe.
Until the handcuffs come out.
They always bad. Yeah, dude. This one gets really bad because a lot of them get arrested. This is an amazing video. And yeah, it shows one of the major problems with our youth. You know, especially the fact that a lot of our youth are not being raised with parents, not being raised with fathers. And this is what happens, man. You take the crazy emotions of an unstable woman, a single mom, and you have her raise a boy by herself. You end up with a grown man with the emotional stability of a crazy woman. And that is terrifying. And that's what we're seeing left and right. Thank you, El Jefe. I appreciate the 5, man. You saved the day. We got one super chat.
Stand up. Stand up. You can get up.
See, at this point, these cops should have fucking grabbed this dude and swung him down. And then this is his sister. Like, you don't know how crazy these guys are. They might fucking attack you from the side. I guess these cops are being really lenient.
Watch out! Watch out! He ain't going right out. Handcuffs on, man.
See, this is already assault on an officer right there. You can't push an officer around like that.
Let go. Come here. Let go. Well, you make it your goddamn hands off. Hey. Chill out.
Yeah, it's the cops that need to chill out. It's the cops.
Watch out, let me get my phone. No. Come here. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Man, get the off me, cop. I don't even move like that.
I don't even move like that. They're trying so hard to sound tough and look tough. So dumb.
I don't get the phone. My phone is over there.
Like, this guy seems so out of place too. Like, that's your friend circle, dude? It's weird. I bet you this is the mastermind. He's probably the content guy who's like, oh, we can make some great content if we go to fucking Kroger's and, like, you know, start breaking things. But let me guess, do you think this white guy gets arrested? Over under. Does the white guy get arrested? We'll find out.
No idea.
And then she's laughing. Her brother's getting thrown to the ground and going to go to jail and have charges, and probably it's going to affect his life. And she's laughing about it, his sister. So we need fathers in the lives of these fucking children, dude. This is what happens when you fucking leave the father. And I get it, their fathers were probably terrible, but sometimes a terrible father is better than no father. Because at least that's a little bit of something to balance out the emotional instability of the emotional instability of the woman. Because even terrible men, well, I don't know, maybe their fathers were raised with no father as well, so they're the same. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a fix to this, but we need 2-parent households. We need to stop making it so easy for women to just get rid of their men and go on and, you know, collect a government check. It's been terrible for society.
We ain't shopping anymore, so you can turn around and leave the store right now.
Yeah, that's the way to talk to a cop.
We
That's that. I mean, he's lucky, dude. Most of the time, you start sounding that out of control with the cop, that's it. They're taking you to the fucking ground. They're not even taking any chances with you.
We can help you find it.
Look, I'm not getting that.
It's possible you're right, Green Juice. Their mothers were terrible, but it's also possible that their fathers were just raised by a single mother, and they've just been repeating this cycle. And their fathers are probably just as bad. I mean, just because you're 40, you don't all of a sudden learn it. I mean, some people do grow up, and even without a father, they calm down. They learn to kind of have some sort of emotional control. But some dudes never learn it. They end up in jail usually. They end up in prison. And it's not a race thing. It will happen with any race. You just see it a lot more with black people because black people tend to have more single parent homes, unfortunately. But it's kind of an epidemic across the board at this point. It's just too easy for women to leave their men. Marriage is hard. At some point, you're going to get sick of your wife. Your wife's going to get sick of you. But they used to put up with it and be like, look, we're going to get through this rough patch for our kids. And then sometimes they come out the other side and they have a stronger relationship that lasts for life. But the pain that you have to go through to get there, most women now are once that pain kicks in, they're just like, I'm out of here. Why would I stay with you? I can get all this government money. I don't need you. And they're gone.
Can y'all please call y'all sorry?
Maybe watch the beginning of the show, Frito Bandito. That was 2 hours ago that we talked about that.
I am the sergeant. Okay, the sergeant, smart one.
Just so you guys know, like these live streams, they go sometimes 2, 4, sometimes longer hours. I'm not going to stick on one subject the whole time, and I can't put everything I'm going to talk about in the fucking title. It won't work that way. So you got me.
No,
this is clickbait.
God damn! If you want to go in handcuffs, keep it up or back off. Back off. Back off. Get in the car. You either get in or I'm throwing you in. You got 1 minute.
He's real tough now. He's so tough. I've had handcuffs put on. I've been arrested one time for possession of marijuana. I got arrested at school for possession of marijuana. Long story. Not going to go into it. It was bullshit. I was fucked over. And yeah, the handcuffs didn't hurt, dude. I'm sure they could put them on in a way that would hurt, but these guys act like the handcuffs are like breaking their arms.
Yo, listen, please. Nobody these handcuffs. Move your legs. Get all the way in. These handcuffs, man. Can you please? We'll adjust them once you're in. Get in. Okay, you cannot. Get in. Oh, you cannot push me. Get in. I can't. The f***ing buckler's behind me, sir.
Oh, now he's saying, sir. Now the sirs come out.
I was trying to, sir. What the f***? That hurt. Ah, my.
When I'm walking around looking at her.
I mean, you should have thought about that. You know, if you didn't want handcuffs on you, maybe you should have fucking not acted like such a badass and like push back on the cop. Man, don't fucking touch me, man. Man, who you think you are fucking touching me, man? Like, what do you think is going to happen, dude? Now you're in the back of the car with handcuffs crying like a little baby. Congratulations.
You should be in handcuffs right now for assaulting my officer back there, okay? I'm giving you a chance to get your phone. If you're not going to get your phone, I'm going to take you outside and handcuff. Go, come on.
Yeah, the louder you yell, the more belligerent you get, the better it's going to be for you, dude.
Wherever you're at, come on.
He lost his phone. He was the one that was sleeping on this couch when they first rolled up.
Yeah. All right. Now let's get out.
Come on. It's funny. Is that a laugh or a cry? It's hard to tell.
You don't need to fix it. Don't fix it.
I don't think they wanted to arrest any of them, dude. I don't think they gave even the other guy. They gave him every chance to like walk out, but then you know they didn't leave. They're being told to leave, and they're like, yeah, You could tell they were kind of trying to walk in different directions. They weren't paying attention. They weren't listening to the order to leave. And yeah. So watch what happens to this guy.
Respect. I don't mess up. Let's just go.
If I remember right, this guy ends up getting arrested too. Not a surprise. Yeah, then you throw the ball at the cop like that.
Go home. Go home. Good, sir?
Out of breath, but I'm good.
Where's the other one?
There's five others in there.
Webb and Cutter with him.
They're all out now.
Bro, what the bro? I was leaving.
Huh? He's gonna be all right. There's 100 of us here.
See, the one white guy that's like, he's there to He's part of the group, but he knows like to stay calm and not act like a fucking lunatic. And the cops are just like not going to arrest him. Let's see if the sister can pull that off.
Cameras. Are you going to Taco Bell or not? If not, then sit over there and be quiet.
Since you know the people he was with, will you try to, the ones that are left, try to get their info?
I got their name.
Thank you.
What's your mama number? She is him. Give me her number. I'll call her.
Ma'am, you have an ID on you, by chance?
Hey, listen. What's your brother's name? If you don't tell us, he's got to go to the jail. And
No, he don't.
That's how that works.
Damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're rolling deep for 4 people.
6.
Yeah, they're this. I mean, I don't even think you're getting content. Like, I don't see any of them filming. So what are you proud of? I guess you got content because the police filmed it, but it's not going on your channel. You're not getting views. I mean, at least if you're going to do this, fucking film some content so you got something. It's a lot of people that went viral doing shit like this. They'd go to like Walmart and they'd like troll the fucking staff. People are sick of this shit. These businesses are sick of these like fucking influencers, content creators going to their businesses just to fucking try to create content. But I don't know if these guys work because I haven't seen them filming. They might have just been doing it just because they got nothing better to do.
He's not going to tell us either. They'll just have to fingerprint it.
Come on, man. Let me see this out.
Oh, where you going?
Oh, God. I'm going to walk with him.
Where you going?
Stop right there. You're not coming any closer. Stop and walk down.
Hey, they're giving him a lot of... The CWG says this went on way too long. Why aren't they all arrested already? I'm surprised too, man. They're giving him a lot of leeway.
You can sit right there. Say we can go over.
Walk that way.
The officer said we can go over.
No, you're not. Walk that way.
Officer said we can come over here.
Who are you?
Officer McDonald. Now
The
walk
officer
that
said
way.
we can come over here.
64386. Walk.
You guys think they're rich? I don't know designer clothes. I don't know all that shit. So I can't look at somebody and tell you they're rich. To me, this looks like shit you could buy at Walmart or Kmart. Like, I don't... Is this the designer clothes? Is this the expensive shit? Like, it just looks like the cheap shit I would have bought 20 years ago from Walmart or Kmart. So I guess they're well off.
That officer over there said we can come over. Exactly. You got pepper spray out like we are threatening. We just standing.
Walk that way.
2 of us, 3 of you.
Hey, what the f you mean? Y'all rolling deep. What
that
the
way.
hell?
1, 2.
1, 2, 3. What the
This is the guy earlier that this guy kind of pushed when he was arresting his brother. So I think this guy's already got a bone to pick with this guy.
Walk that way now, or I'm going to put all 3 of you in handcuffs and you can join him in the car. All right? All right, turn around and put your ass in your back.
Don't touch me.
Nope, turn around and put your ass in your back.
God, like what the f tighten up. I'm standing here. No. You can get
I don't know why he called him off there.
out my face. As long as I ain't.
So so because it's private property, they can't arrest him. I don't understand this. But that guy was about to arrest him. The other cops told him no. Weird.
Whatever the sounds what they said.
Boss man, go ahead and put your lighter down for me. Stand up.
No, he's
I'm
going.
just sitting down playing.
But I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I didn't do nothing.
You're going to be under arrest too.
What the f I do?
Battery on a Leo.
Battery on a why I didn't touch nobody.
Yeah, you did.
Ooh, that's a pretty bad charge too, right? That's pretty fucking serious if you get that charge. And let's be real, he didn't attack the cop, but he did try to push the cop a little bit. You know, you can't touch a cop at all, dude.
It's on his body camera and the Kroger
who I
camera.
touched? Y'all sweet.
Y'all not taking both
Go,
of
buddy.
them.
Sweet, dog, but I didn't touch not a damn person.
I ain't even doing
Oh, she's going. She's getting arrested too.
Let him handcuff you. Don't do this.
Man, what the f you mean? I didn't touch no.
Dude, they always got to fight afterwards. They always got to fucking make it worse.
Bro, that's family, man.
You want to get tased? Put your hand behind your back.
He didn't do anything, man.
Look at the white guy there. He's just sitting there. They're not even touching him. Oh, man. You should have arrested the white guy at this point just for equality. Because, look, he's there. Just because he's not... He might have actually had a father that taught him emotional control. But he still deserves to be arrested because he's a problem, too. He just has better emotional control.
No, y'all tweet.
There's the cuff right here.
Why y'all arresting them?
Obstruction.
Oh, is that the point they were making? It's private property, and they should. Okay, so they're being trespassed. They need to leave the parking lot as well, right? Yeah, well, I was just wondering because like the cop was ready to go arrest him, and then the other cop was like, no. Maybe they wanted more backup first because that one dude is pretty big. That's Brad. Everybody keeps saying that's Brad. How do you know that's Brad? I don't know who the fuck Brad is. Did they say his name? Brad is clean. Everybody knows Brad. I don't know Brad.
Let me go, stop. I got the handcuffs off me. Y'all tweaking, cuz.
Yeah, they're tweaking.
Tweak, man.
They're tweaking.
I'm sitting here. I ain't hitting nobody. I ain't touching nobody.
Bud, get off me. Run quick.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Man.
In the car.
Mom, I can get him. I'm not so, man.
Move your legs.
I'm trying to move.
Move your legs.
Move.
Your legs.
Man, you just scratched the out my face. Man, let me the go. Man, get him off.
That's gonna make it better, dude. That's gonna make it better. Yeah. Just keep screaming and acting fucking angry. That's gonna make it better.
Man, man, no. Let me, bro. Y'all blowing. You know my. Oh. Get your ass off me, man. I'ma get up. Hold, move. Grab my phone, car. Don't touch my. I'm tweet out, man. Man, let me go, man. Y'all got me up now. Move.
Real funny now, huh?
No, I don't give a fuck that. Huh? Man, I'm
under arrest.
Hit the car. Take the badges off, car.
No, they're not taking the fucking. They're not taking the wheelchair.
We have to remember to discipline.
They're not taking the handcuffs off, cuz. No. Let's hope they learned a lesson from this. They need to get into some sort of, I don't know, some sort of classes to teach like anger management or something like that. It's crazy how they can act so cool and like, oh, we're having so much fun. They're laughing, and then they just, the second there's any repercussions for their actions, they just get belligerent. It's like, well, what do you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen?
Discipline our children. It's not the duty of law enforcement. Hey,
True.
everyone, I'm John. I appreciate you watching. Now, when dealing with juveniles as a police officer, it can be extremely difficult.
I guarantee you, John would not fucking make a big deal about you not having a registration, okay? John would be like, look, I'm going to look the other way, go there, get your paperwork done, but let's make sure this doesn't happen again, okay? I can tell John's not no little bitch like that last cop.
Difficult because even though they may be under 18, they can still commit crimes and be potentially dangerous. Now, thinking back, I once had to clear a corner of juveniles cutting class, and what was supposed to be simple turned into a fight on a highway. As all of the juveniles were clearing out and made their way to school, there was one particular juvenile that just refused to listen. Now, as I exited my cruiser and made my way towards him just to talk to him, he became verbally argumentative and then tried to walk in the opposite way of the school. As I grabbed his arm, he took a swing at me, which grazed my face, and then the second swing connected with my shoulder.
I mean, you don't know which kid had like zero upbringing, which kid is like basically insane and was never taught how to behave and how to respect authority. And will just lash out violently the second you try to give them an order. Crazy, dude. Yeah. I'm telling you, go follow this channel. This channel is a fucking gold mine, dude. It really is. It's just one video after the other. You could watch it all day and never be bored. All right, guys. We're going to call it 2.5 hours, something like that. Been fun. Thank you guys for showing up. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. If there's stuff to talk about tomorrow, definitely won't be talking about Elon or Trump. No more talking about Elon or Trump. I guess the only thing I can do on this channel is just find people. I got to do like everybody else, right? And just find people like Liver King that I can just talk shit about every day. That's the secret to success, boys. All right, y'all. Been fun. We'll see you on the next episode. Thank you very much. Y'all have a